Hey Sophie,
Uh-huh.
you wanna tell me what we're looking at on the stream right now? Good old this brand new, wonderful artwork that we have somehow that just appeared out of thin air.
I wonder who made that.
Well, I don't know, but you should probably commission them because I think they're poor.
If you give me your Twitter, I can put it in the description.
I'm glad you liked my joke, Parker.
that got me. That got me. Yeah, no, we had this conversation in another voice chat earlier, but why the F unknown?
I don't know. I was just doing some
Just
weird
'cause.
shit.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, just cause.
Just cause.
Because Abby at first, what's up, Daniel? Abby at first was like, oh, it's probably the P unknown, right? That makes sense. I'm like, yeah, probably. And then Kai looked up like, no, it's the F. I'm like, what?
See, I think I tried to make it the P, and then I didn't really try that hard. So
That's the weird thing is the P is
Um,
probably one of the easiest. It's just one line on the bottom and then a little line up the top left.
it's fine. Whatever.
F's more intricate.
I'm just gonna know.
Well, Parker, you got an F.
I
Yeah.
got an F. It looks like we're in a comic book, and I love it. I want to get 3D glasses on and see if we pop.
Also, Abby said it, but I agree with her. I really like the logo with the little D20 drop.
Oh,
in
the
it.
D20 's
yeah.
fantastic.
I'm glad you guys. I didn't draw the D20. That's a
Well, yeah,
little-
but it's the
little
idea.
teeny- Yeah, no, I know.
I assume you didn't make up a D20 out of the concept itself.
I did make up the
created-
concept.
You
That I did.
created the dodecahedron.
I don't know about that one.
Hmm.
Do you get royalties?
Welcome back, Abby.
Hmm.
We are streaming. Yeah, we are in pre-stream mode. We're just kind of hanging out for a little bit.
You get
I was
royalties on the.
watching- horror stuff and got very into it and realized that it was 30 after.
Nah, that's fine. Gosh, she said she's poor. The answer is no.
What?
I said, do you get royalties on the D20? But Parker answered my question.
Oh.
Also, can I ask, Lee, why'd you follow like 5 minutes before the stream started? I was
like getting my computer set up, and I was like, "Oh, I don't follow Kai. Oops."
It's just weird that it happened. Like I'm just sitting here, like we're a minute away from Parker just saying to start the pre-stream, and I have OBS open up because obviously I have to have it like set up beforehand, and I hear the noise I have for the alert pop up. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I streaming?
Oops.
You've been actually streaming for the past 72 hours without knowing it.
Uh-oh.
I was eating red peppers and hummus, and I didn't want the crunchy red peppers to
Wait.
be horrible
Okay,
words.
Lee, how is this? Lee, how is that related?
No, one word in that
Because I
disturbed me. Wait,
didn't want to log on yet and make Parker and Kai listen to
I
Lee, The
hesitate.
question was to remind you, why did you follow Kai 5 minutes before stream? But you were talking about your peppers and hummus.
I actually just got pointed out. What do you mean crunchy red peppers?
I feel like Sophie and Lee have been working on Lee's attention span, and now this is Sophie going, no.
Hey,
we talked
hey,
about this, we
hey,
worked on this."
Hey,
I have a whistle.
come on.
You have a clicker.
If
Oh my
you want
God.
your food for the night.
But like, Lee, what do you mean crunchy red peppers?
They were fresh red peppers, so they were like loud and crunchy.
Wait, did you just have like a handful of red peppers and you're just eating them?
I
Yeah,
had
they're
red
not
peppers and
spicy.
hummus.
How are red
Just red
peppers
peppers.
crunchy?
I mean,
Because they're raw.
Like bell peppers.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bell
fresh,
peppers.
fresh peppers are crunchy.
No, I was just
I
if-
just questioned just eating peppers.
No, I get it. I get it if
Like
it's
hummus.
completely, if it's like fully raw out of the fridge. Because when I think crunchy, I think like a cracker. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was
Fair
like
enough.
directly out of the fridge. You cut up
No,
the red
I
peppers
get
and
it now.
cut
I
us
was,
a meal.
because in my mind, I usually eat red peppers that aren't just like cold. They're usually like room temperature.
Really? We always.
Well, no, I
freeze
keep them in
ours.
the fridge. It's just when you like have them for something, you usually keep them out. for like dinner.
Yeah.
I don't.
Daniel,
No.
did you miss these talks? It's been a while.
It's been a
It's been a
while.
hot minute. It's been a minute. The pre-stream's a weird place.
Sophie has something she can put me on blast for, but I don't know if she's gonna
Do
do
it,
it.
Sophie, right
Oh.
now. Do it immediately.
I don't. What are you talking about specifically? Like, I feel like there's a lot of
I
things
need-
in general.
Sophie's like, all right, so which one on the list?
Is this when you're like
If you
brain
don't
shorted out
remember
the
it,
other
I'll-
day?
What?
When your brain shorted out the other day at the Cheesecake Factory? Is that what you're talking about?
I was gonna let it go if you didn't remember it.
I don't forget things.
I want to hear this. I want to know. We still got
Okay.
pre-stream time.
Great. Okay. So Lee just continues to have conversations in their own head and won't inform the people around them of these conversations that they have in their head. So yesterday we went to get dinner and Lee talked about their date and a bunch of other like normal things that you talk about. And as we are leaving the parking lot in the Cheesecake Factory, Lee is turning out of the lane and I just hear them silently whisper to themselves going, "I'm a lesbian, just a little lesbian." And I just look over and I'm like, what?
That's what you hear before you die, Sophie.
Yeah, I tried to ask them what they were like. There was no dots to connect. There was nothing that I could just.
Okay.
I don't know. But they were very offended at first that I didn't understand like where that came from.
Good.
If there was nothing else that happens today, I found the title of today's stream.
I'm not titling it that. No, no. No, no, no. Hey, does
It's like
anyone
the director's cut title?
anyone else want to remind us what happened last time? Because I do it usually. I want to see if anyone else knows what happened.
Oh god.
I've
Sophie,
been in
you
that
were-
class, so like I am not gonna lie. I think I've been there for like half of them most of the time.
Kai, looks like you're doing it.
No, I
Sophie
got
was
this.
there.
Hold on, let me pull up my notes. I do the last time. Oh, last time was when Kai and I had the fight, right?
Yeah.
That ended
Okay.
with that, yes.
Great. Okay, yeah, I remember. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how to summarize my really awful notes. Well, last time we took Morgan down to the root system because I think she was gone. I don't know what happened. The Mossy Nose Pass all kidnapped us.
Again.
I gave my iPhone to Curiosity, taught them about the TikToks and the Snapchats.
Oh no, that's right. Curiosity
You
has
also
your cell phone.
Don't have
Yeah.
your phone anymore.
That's correct. I'm gonna get it back, probably, I hope.
We'll just buy a
Um,
Curiosity one and pay for Curiosity's service.
Oh my god.
Family plan.
We see a little sick nose bush friend, and we're kind of looking at him, checking him out, see if we can figure out the poisoning stuff. Then we think it's related to the Rhyhorn. Was it Rhyhorn?
Yeah, and a Scyther.
Mhm.
Okay, Rhyhorn and Scyther. I don't think I was there for the Scyther, was I? Who knows?
That was first.
Anyway.
No. Yeah, I don't remember.
There was some like red stuff on them, like some like powder, like it was like a some
Fungus.
drugs. Some drugs.
Fungus.
Yeah. So we think it's related to that. Okay. Well, I wrote that Morgan pulls out her art degree and paints on the wall,
I
try to
don't-
mark where we were, and then the wall eats the paintbrush. I forgot that happened.
You want me to speed this up?
I'm doing great. It's fine. Abby eats bad mushrooms. There's Lee comes in at some point to this. Then we're in a room and there's a bunch of mushrooms, and then there's a little baby ghost tree. He's the center of the root system. He's also sick. Lee wanted to catch him. Don't do that. That's bad. Roots are plugged in like a computer. I don't really know what's happening. I think I spaced out a lot during that part. We made Freya be our taxi, but now Freya's pissed at Kai because I beat Freya up.
Well, your cat has PTSD.
Yeah, we had a battle. I didn't do great. Forrest is the only
Forrest
one
and
on our
Carver.
team who just yeah.
Forrest and Carver, the only ones that came into that happy.
Forrest
Yeah.
is unconscious.
Yeah, that's fine. This is my very vague summary. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a
Thanks for
while.
coming to my TED Talk.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
The only thing that was missed is that we found a way to halt. I don't know if it's curing it, but Abby found a way to sort of like, halt the spread of it with some of the grass and stuff, and we were making that, and that's what our plan was to do.
Right. Because
So-
I had a weird thing at the end that said something about me and Morgan were just making some grass paste and getting just handfuls of grass. And I was like,
my
I don't recall why, but that was written
We're
in
actually
my summary.
just
You
making
are-
marijuana.
You are Shakespearean in your note taking.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways, yes, that's happened.
All right. So
I don't even take notes for Pokeroll, and I think I would remember more, Sophie. Not gonna lie.
I don't
love
take
you,
notes.
but-
That's my summary.
I'll be honest, I don't take notes either. I just feel like I remember the things that happen.
Okay, well, last time was a little hard for my brain, okay? I was not fully there mentally.
Well, we always have the VOD.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's true. All right. So, where we find ourselves now, we cut back into the room that you all have been allotted in the gym, allowing Abby to do some sort of research. And it's a little bit after your rivalry battle between Kai and Sophie. Your Pokemon are both healed, as I assume you went to the Pokemon Center.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And what would you all like to do?
I should probably send out Freya and the rest of my team so we can have a rousing victory talk.
I think we're all gonna have talks. Go ahead.
Yep. So I send everyone out. Like, I need to put on a face of pride, even though I know Freya's pissed at me.
This will be good.
All right.
I'm gonna have
Kyle,
Forrest
I want
hidden
to-
away while you're talking to Freya. I don't
Kai,
need.
I want you, Kai, I want you to make a insight contest perform check. No, I want you to make a cool contest perform check.
A cool I have points in cool. I can be cool. I can do this. Cool. Contest. I don't have any in perform, so that's not great. 50-50.
You know, they'll probably believe you.
Well, I mean, hey guys, I just want to say I'm proud of us. That was a hard fight, especially Forrest. But we pulled through. We did it swimmingly. I'm proud of all of you. You all put in so much hard work. Sorry you didn't get to see much light in the battle, though, Gyu.
They all seem more or less content or happy, or give you one of the small hand up with just a cheer. Except for Freya, who is glaring daggers at you, which is easy for a sword bird to do.
There might be
Damn.
actual daggers.
They might be real daggers.
Suddenly you're stabbed.
Suddenly, you feel a pain in your chest, and there's blood everywhere.
Thus ends your journey. R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't
Good
know
game.
what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
You know what? I'll go up to Freya. I'll talk to Freya. Maybe that's a bad
Okay.
idea. I'm gonna do it.
You know,
I've
heard worse.
Yeah. Okay. Have you? Well.
Yes,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna look at Freya and I'm gonna say, you were really tough, and I know you yourself in battle maybe didn't feel as good that you did as you could have, but you're not alone in this fight. You're battling with the rest of the team, and you still won this, even if you feel differently about that.
Make an insight contest empathy check. Assuming you mean what you say.
Yes. No. Fuck no.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh damn, that's a lot of 5s.
You also have a lot of dice in that, Jesus.
I'm very empathetic.
Oh my god.
I start crying as I'm saying this.
Holding back tears.
Okay. Freya more or less stays kind of nested there, like sitting down in almost roosted position, and her one eye on the side that you approach kind of is just looking at you.
Here, I got.
And the anger gives way to just an amount of sadness before she just calms down and closes her eyes.
I got one last thing I'm gonna say to Freya. Freya,
Okay.
I know you're frustrated with how the battle went, but I want to point out that you actually have done better than anyone on my team. Carver had already fought Forrest, and he couldn't lay a finger on her, and you got Forrest down to limping. You are the strongest on the team.
Kai, I want you to make a insight contest empathy check.
Ha! I better succeed in this one.
Dun, dun, dun.
I hate this game.
Oh my god, there's 7 dice!
How could you lie to your Pokemon like that?
Shut up. I'm done.
So, Abby, right?
Uh-huh.
You're at one of the tables on a stool. You've got probably Alder and Galenthea sitting there on the table, kind of looking, and you're all looking very closely at this little like dish under a microscope as you're very carefully looking at it, and you just hear, "Ah!"
Oh god.
and you turn around, and Kai is like made an indentation in the wall.
Oh my god.
Hey, Kai?
Yeah.
I don't think Freya appreciates your false sympathy.
I look at Freya and I pat her and I go, "Good bird."
Freya does not reject your pats.
Yeah. I just like whisper to him. I'm like, "That'll teach him. You're on your way, girl. You got this." I like look at Kai. I'm just cracking up. I'd feel bad if I lost, or if I won. If I won and then this happened, but I lost, so that's fine. This is fun.
Oh boy.
How you doing, Kai?
How do you think? I rolled 7 dice and not a single one of them succeeded.
Yeah, that was tragic.
I look over at Freya and I'm like, are you able to do this? And I push a couple of, like, a tray of mushrooms over and her. Can you cut these up? Get away from him? I don't know if you can without getting sick.
Freya just kind of looks at you, and it gives essentially the equivalent of a shrug of just the head moving from side to side before there's just a as there's just quick cuts from the literal blade-like feathers that are coming from the wings of Freya.
Thank you.
Kai, do you need help getting out of the wall?
I think the wall's nice and safe.
Yeah, I think you should just leave him there
The
with his
hug
thoughts.
gives me the wall gives me the hug I need.
I'll put a blanket over the hole.
Oh my god.
You just cover it up.
You just cover up Kai.
That's okay.
May
It's
he
okay,
rest
it's
in
not
peace.
Oh god, Kai, I
Sorry.
need you to raise Freya's disobedience by 1.
I hate you.
Listen, when you rolled no successes on a 7, I have to do
No, that's...
something.
Mm. You know what? It could have gone much worse. I'm glad I
am
talked to her.
Now at equal disobedience and loyalty.
Okay, I want to talk to all my Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I let them all out, I'm gonna pick up the Shinx and I'm gonna hold him very close to me. I'm
He
gonna
is
be like,
shivering.
oh my gosh, oh my god. I'm looking at blanketed Kai in the wall. I'm like,
You
did
can't
this
see
to
me. I can't see you.
You can feel it. I am glaring the same darts as Freya, if not, it's worse.
I think Freya's were worse because they were physical.
Okay, that's what you think, but yeah, I pick him up and I hold him close to me, and I said that was a really scary first battle for you, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to pull you out in time, and I wasn't able to protect you, but I'm so proud of you. You did so well, and I know that next time we're going to work together and we're going to learn to make this a more comfortable experience for you and something that you're not going to have to be afraid of.
He gives you like a little shoo, and he's like he's still shivering a little bit, but he's like pawing towards your belt where his Pokeball is.
Oh, I give him a little kiss.
And
I was like,
he kind of leans into it, but he's still like he's motioning for his Pokeball.
oh yeah, no, I give him a little like I go up to Abby and I see if she has any berries. I'm gonna give him a berry before I go back in.
I have berries, I promise.
Great.
He has many assortments of generic berries.
I want to just give him a berry, kind of like pet him, calm him down, make sure he's like okay before I like put him back in.
As you pull out the Pokeball, he kind of just, instead of like him going back in, he kind of just his hands kind of lunge out and just kind of all four limbs just kind of nuzzle it into him, and you could just barely see the kind of seared in paw print of his mother as he kind of just hugs it.
Okay.
Can I
great.
let you put her out?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I did just put him away,
Oh,
so.
wait. So he's not just cuddling the wall?
No, he like hugged onto the Pokeball where his like mom's paw print was, and he's back in.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
Forrest, I'm gonna give him an ice pepper and give him so many scritches, and I'm like, dude, you did so good. You did so good.
Wait, okay. I want you to make a cool contest perform check for me as Sophie. Okay. As you feed him the ice pepper, he kind of just like nibbles at it before he leans in. He leans into the pets before he'll give you the side eye occasionally, like don't be too rough with the hair, before he just leans into it some more.
Oh, okay, love that. Good.
But you can raise his happiness by 1.
Aw, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Well, I'm gonna go up. God, maybe I should talk to Pocky. He just got his ass kicked by his dad.
Pokemon are still out. How does he feel about that?
And then Carver's just kind of there, is just like shrug.
Okay, I'll pick up Pocky and I'm gonna be like, that was the toughest battle you could have done. That was incredible, and I know that you really respect Carver and look up to him, and I think you really held your ground. And even though we didn't win today, we are gonna get stronger and we're gonna do better, and it's gonna be great. And you did great, and I love you, and I'm proud of you.
He, Pocky more or less kind of goes, and he seems unaffected. He seems still sparky.
Yeah, I kind of figured Pocky and Iroh. I mean, I haven't talked to him, but I'm assuming Iroh's just fucking fine.
He seems his usual self. It seems that a loss doesn't phase those two very much.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Yes. You know what? I'm actually gonna take Zenny back out. I kind of want to have him just out and close to me, and I'm gonna baby him today.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put the little Pokeball right next to him, so he still has the comfort of like being by his mom. But I'm gonna fucking like baby Bjorn this boy. Like he's just.
All right. For the foreseeable future, you have a Shinx swaddled in your arms.
Great. Love it. I don't know where my blind boy is, but I gave him to someone.
Usually, as you kind of look over to where Kai is just like embedded in the wall with a blanket half put over him, Kai, you just feel like a slimy like "Arr," around your toes.
Well, that's okay.
Okay, I go over and I peel Kai out of the wall.
Thank you.
He might have a soggy shoe.
I'll put everyone back in the Pokeball except for Carver because I was gonna have him do something after we're done talking.
Oh, I'm gonna hold up Zeddy. I'm gonna be like, Kai, apologize.
Apologize.
To the-
As you hold Zenny up, Kai, you see this little shank that it looks like it's on the verge of crying.
Oh, I thought Zenny was the Pancham. I was confused.
No, Zenny's the Shinx, yeah. Pancham's fine. All my other crack rats are good.
I'm sorry for going too rough. I'm gonna pat him on the head.
He just kind Kai, make the same roll again.
You know that my luck is
Narrowing my eyes at you.
My luck is just not here today. Hey.
Hey.
I could have used that a few minutes ago. That's crazy.
So, as you kind of pat Zenny in the head, his ears wilt, but he kind of gives you like this little smile. It's like,
Well, glad someone's okay.
You know, I think the whole Freya thing could have gone a lot worse than it did.
I'm gonna look at the hole in the wall.
I'm gonna stand by that. You could be stabbed and on the floor, Kai.
Yeah.
This could be like forensic file shit. Like, what? This is not that bad. You have a big angry bird. I think that was just, I don't know. She'll get there.
Hey, anyone else want to say anything to their Pokemon? Because I was gonna do things related to the root system. I didn't want to interrupt. Okay, I guess that's.
My buddies are fine as far as I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think
just thought
we
we'd
were
use
the
this
only
time.
ones who did dumb shit.
Well, I know, but just time to talk to the Pokemon if you wanted to say anything.
Hello, I love you.
Oh, maybe.
just a
Well,
reminder.
okay. Well, Abby, do you still have extra of the mushroom?
The what? The red one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks at the nicely minced ones from Freya.
Okay. I'm Carver. We're gonna do a test on a controlled environment here because I think that we could use your help.
Zan.
So I'm gonna take the mushroom carefully with some gloves.
Okay.
I just need to see if he is like resistant to anything because if he's resistant to it basically is what I'm gonna test. If I don't know. How's it worked before? Does it spray out something or is it just as far as I'm not sure how far.
As far as you've seen, and these ones are covered in it because they've been handled a lot. The pollen that comes up, they seem to, anytime they're just remotely barely touched, like any mushroom, a little bit of spores will just kind of puff out of them. And these ones are covered in it because they've been handled a lot.
Okay, I'll go over and spored Zangoose, but only a little bit.
You kind of just hold it out to him, and he kind of leans into it and and he looks at it and just lifts a brow, and he kind of reaches one of his claws up and like sticks it like a shish kebab, and just looks at it and then looks at you like, "What do you want me to do with this?"
Like, he's already inhaled some of the spores.
He sniffed it. And
Well.
Nothing seemed to happen.
I think Zangoose is immune. Guys, I think we got a race in the hole.
I look at Zangoose and I'm like, dude, you're too OP.
He looks at you and sunglasses fall from the sky and land on his eyes.
Yes!
Well, I guess if we're all ready.
The held item for Zangoose is now glasses. So it's
Basically.
Sunglasses.
Hey, black glasses exist. Are we all ready to go into the root system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good
Abby,
to go.
how has your research been going?
like, what have I been doing?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was about to say, Parker, you're the one who tells me how it's been going. I don't know what you mean.
You're the DM
You
now.
mean-
Congratulations.
All right. Well,
I've solved it, the
I
mystery.
solved world hunger. I made it to where every Pokemon has a loving family,
Ah.
whether it is a Pokemon or a human.
So, the research.
But anyway, so I basically, what I'm doing is the reason I wanted the mushrooms minced is I made them into like little even squares, and then every time I'm making a like formula, quote unquote, where it's like grass mixed with X, Y through Z, I drop one onto the mushroom.
Okay.
And just to see what's happening, see if it's working.
Will you make a smart knowledge science check? Smart knowledge science.
I have absolutely nothing in science, but it's fine.
I would be shocked if any of you had anything in science at this point.
I
Yes,
don't.
I put all my points in science.
I have a point in craft and lore, but that's it.
All right. It's taken pretty much the entirety of the time that the battle, the talks, the recovery. It's taken a long time, but you have found a formula that seems to, kind of merge with the pollen, with the spores, and this little bit of white foam is created before it all just kind of evaporates away, and it leaves nothing. The reaction just gets rid of both.
Wait, so the mushroom's gone too?
Yes.
Oh.
That's good.
Wait, but if the mushroom toxin is inside of a Pokemon, does the Pokemon just go poof?
I don't think that's quite how that works.
Oh, listen, it's Pokemon, Kai.
Depends if it's inside an
Anything
Amoongus.
happens.
Yeah, just don't give it to like
my
a
hair is all
oddish.
frizzy. My hair is all frizzy, like Albert Einstein style, and I pull up a Pokemon and I said, that points to Freya can fit in this. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
It's only been like 20 minutes.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
And given that you know how this formula works, and that you know the only thing you really need for it is Vernville grass, how much time do you want to spend? How much do you want to make? How much of this formula do you want to make?
Well, when I come up with the formula, what time is it? Because I'm assuming it took some time.
Yeah, it's about 10 p.m. at this point.
I will work until midnight,
Okay.
and however much I can make in that time.
All right. Make a smart knowledge medicine check, which I am looking at your sheet, and I think you have something in medicine.
I think I do too. Yes, I do. I have at least a 1 in medicine because that's a +1 there.
Okay. All right. You're able to create the amount that you're able to create is not an extravagant amount. It's about enough to fill a water bottle, basically.
Okay. How much? So when I made the barbaric version in the cave, I got 2 doses out of that.
Mm-hmm.
About how many doses, if I equivalent to that, how many doses do I think I have?
Well, I'll give it to you this way. It was only just a drop from an eyedropper that got rid of a whole mushroom.
You got
Yeah.
you got.
More
so this
refined
isn't-
version.
So this probably isn't enough to cure everything, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay, so basically I will put it in whatever it fits in that has a lid.
Probably a
and I
water
will
bottle.
okay, water bottle. And a eyedropper, and I will take a couple of mushroom slices on like a petri dish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to show Sita. I don't care how
Alright.
late it is. Sita.
Oh, she's awake.
I wanted to go
she-
talk to Sita too.
Seta actually has probably come to your the room that was given to you guys for the research. How can I help you?
I set the stuff up again, and I take 1 drop, and I'll say like 5 mushrooms, and I'll just put a drop on each mushroom to show her.
I guess you actually can do it.
I did a thing. Now, problem is, this hasn't been tested on living things. It's only been tested on the mushrooms themselves. So this is a good, weed killer for the mushrooms. I just don't know if this will work for Pokemon. And I'm personally not comfortable with just shoving it down a sick Pokemon's throat and expecting the best.
You see her rub like the bottom of her neck. We will worry about administering it to sick Pokemon if you will just concentrate on stopping the source.
I can do that. I can do that.
She looks over the rest of you.
Oh.
How dare you?
I had a question for you. I need help.
Have an answer.
So I know you helped Morgan before with her Tyrant, and I have an issue with one of my Pokemon that I don't know how to fix. And it's about my Skarmory. It's not like Tyrant, because Tyrant was more of a child. Freya's mature, she's just very prideful. She hasn't been taking losses very well recently, and I don't know how to help.
If you're asking about the Pool of Serenity, it will not help change a Pokemon.
That's-
thought.
I was actually just asking for professional advice.
I will be back.
My professional advice. What did you promise this Pokemon?
Strength. I mean, when we met, it was in Wagon City, and she was, well, losing territorial wars, and I said we could become stronger.
In her eyes, you have not kept up your end of the bargain. So fix that, and the problem is solved. Show her that you are making her stronger somehow, through victory or any other means. She just needs to understand that she's stronger for having met you.
Okay.
Are you all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes?
It is late, but I fear that the root system cannot afford a moment's loss.
It's fine. It's not like I sleep.
Yeah, we don't sleep.
Yeah. Fuck sleep.
Ha ha ha.
Biked into the desert at like what, 3 a.m.?
Yeah,
I don't
that
think
was
that qualifies
on me.
as breaking into the desert.
It was legal.
It was. Yeah.
Not everything I do has to be a crime, Lee.
What? I don't know. I just said we biked. What? I'm so confused.
I thought you said we broke into
Yeah.
the desert.
That's what I thought. What you said. That's
Oh.
what you said too.
That's what we both heard.
Oh, okay. Well, I meant
Like
to
some
say
kind of
bike.
heist.
This is fine. Yeah,
Right.
ready. Yep. Good,
Well,
we're
then-
good.
You should be allowed to go into the root system, regardless of how late it is. Just be careful. The denizens of the root system change at this time of night.
Hey, that means ghostly
Or anything nocturnal.
or death.
Want to see a ghost?
I mean, there's more things at night than just ghosts.
Nope, only ghosts.
Well,
Ghost
alright.
time.
Well, yeah, let's go.
Alright, are we going to do ghost time?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright, so you're all heading out. And along your way, I'm going to assume Abby follows you, but Abby is not here. Abby said BRB real quick. Also, I'm hearing someone's fan in the background.
That's me.
Man, your number
And-
one fan.
Hey, Sophie is the one here who has like hundreds of views on the videos.
We don't have to talk about that. That's
I-
frightening. No.
We do have to talk about it, actually.
No. I don't have plans.
Or join the club.
You can pretend though. You sound like you know what you're doing.
He sure does.
Just listen. Is all you have to do is figure out a tone that makes it sound like you have a plan.
I don't
And
think
then-
I don't think that's physically possible for me. Like I don't think I can sound like I know what I'm doing ever. Even if I do know what I'm doing, I don't sound like it. It's a curse.
Truly.
So, continuing forward, you all make your way down to the root system, the workers having been told that you were coming, so you were allowed in. Moving down the first level all seems normal. The watchhogs on the first and second level seem to be wrapping things up and patrolling to make sure that nothing was left by the people during the day. The third level seems as labyrinthian as you remember. Who is leading?
I assume I went with. Sorry, I stepped away for a sec.
You did.
Cool.
Who's taking the lead?
I think
I'll
I think a
take.
good thing to assume
it's
is that I'm just like hanging off of Sophie's back. Like,
Yeah.
Like a
I would-
backpack.
yeah, I'm just like looking for ghosts and trying and using Sophie as
I have child leashed Lee yet again.
Sophie's gonna make sure I don't trip and fall on my face.
I am their handler.
All right, Abby, if you are leading, I want from you. I want a smart survival, just a smart survival check. All right. You remember the way, mostly. Occasionally.
I know the way.
I know the way. Occasionally on the third level, you will see some of in a corner a rock, a triangular rock that you recognize as a passive nose bush, just sitting.
Passive nose bush.
You head down to the fourth level, place where you know to have seen curiosity, but you make your way towards the cavernous wind tunnel that the Jumpluff seem to be fond of. Coming down to the cavern, you all notice something after a little while that seems odd. It's not that you notice something, it's that you notice the absence of something. And as I've not described it, does anyone want to take a guess as to what that is?
Mushrooms?
No.
Pokemon?
No.
Curiosity.
The wind.
Oh.
Ah,
Whoosh.
That's
Quite
not good.
literally. Whoosh.
The usual wind tunnel is not present. And as you come to the opening, your lights shining around the tall tunnel, you see no Jumpluff, only the cottony spores that they live left around the cavernous walls.
wait.
Did we bring climbing gear with us this time?
I hope so. I assume we did.
That's up to you guys.
What?
Did you go to get climbing gear?
I probably
No.
would have gone to get it while Sophie and Kai were talking to their Pokemon.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah, if we had issues last time, I would hope we're smart enough, but
Me too,
Well,
but you never
considering
know.
we almost forgot, as in we're retconning it, I don't think we're smart enough, guys.
I'll allow it this time.
allow it.
This time.
Thank you, Parker.
So setting up the rope and tying it off along the walls. Who wants to go down first?
Oh well.
All right. From you, I want a.
Well, wait, we're going down the jump bluff hole, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll set up the climbing gear for later, but I'm just free falling again.
No, Abby. The wind's not
There's no
there.
wind.
Oh, there's no wind?
I told you before. There's no wind.
Abby jumps.
When did I not? What? Okay,
That's what we
I'm
were going
sorry.
over.
That when I
I
said that
might
whole
have
thing
I might have
of
skipped out on my end.
No.
Sorry.
that whole thing where I was like, "What's not there?" and you're like, "Curiosity," and Kai was like, "The Pokemon." I was
Yeah,
like, "The
no,
wind."
okay. So I did not get the word "not" from that sentence. That's why I said curiosity, because you said what's there. I thought you were saying like what's waiting for us. I'm sorry. I must have just not heard the "not." I
It's
did
okay.
not.
Not.
The wind is not there, and the Jumpluff are not there. Only
Got
the
you.
cotton balls
Sorry.
left behind.
Apologies.
That's fine. I'm keeping you from jumping to your death.
You just shouldn't have stopped me. It's fine. Anyway. Okay, yes, I will climb. What is the roll? Sorry.
I just want a dexterity, survival, athletics check.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone first. But it's fine.
Okay. It's rough. It's tough going, and you have wobble halfway down. You start to get some wobbly knees, but you held out. You start to notice as you go down these little pockets in the holes in the walls where you can see these little eyes peeking out to you. These little beady, almost yellow eyes, and you realize it was the Jumpluff, all huddled in these kind of pockets in the walls. So most of them asleep, but a lot of them just kind of looking out as you pass.
I guess the wind turns off at night.
Is this the latest we've been down here in
Yes.
this level?
You're
Okay.
usually not allowed in the root system past 10.
Cool. That means the oh god, what are they called?
Tropius?
Sorry, it's the Tropius. I wanted to see tropical. Close.
Tropicana?
Anyway, they're not
Damn it.
breathing. Doesn't mean they're not dead. They're just not breathing.
Now, I want everyone else going down to make a dexterity, survival, athletics check. Okay.
I hate that you made that noise.
So, what order do you guys go down in? Out of curiosity.
I guess the order that we rolled?
All right.
I would go
so
next.
Sophie, then Kai, then Lee. So Sophie, as you grab onto the wall, you kind of harness yourself on the rope and then plant your feet and start going down. As you go down, you don't realize how slick the walls are when they have cotton balls on them. So when you're about 20 feet off the ground, you just plummet and wham, just land right on top of Abby because you got 3 ones.
You
Yeah,
sure
that's
did.
correct.
I didn't notice that at first.
Whew.
You good
Fine,
down there?
I've done this- No!
Alright, just checking.
Sophie, you had a soft landing. Abby is sandwiched on the floor.
Yeah, I still said no.
Okay, just checking.
I roll off of Abby. I'm like, just lay on the ground with her.
As Lee and Kai, you get down, you just see Abby and Sophie laying on the ground.
You guys good?
Taking a nap.
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It went great.
Okay, we should get going.
All right.
I think from this point I'll have Carver out,
Mhm.
just in case.
Proceeding down the tunnel, you move carefully down the way that you remember finding the heart before. You get partway down before you start to hear a sound like splintering. And in front of you, you see just the splinter of the wall just breaking as if it's ripping away from itself. And coming out of it, you see this body, the Trevenant that you had battled before. As it comes out, the wood and bark on it still seems petrified like stone, but only in patches. And as it slowly looks at you, its one eye seems to have like a splinter cracked through it as it looks at you. And it looks at all of you and just goes,
Hello, sir.
Does it look
I
angry?
have a potion. Can I do the potion to it?
It doesn't seem angry, and as Lee approaches and kind of you look over it, it doesn't seem hurt. This just seems like scarring beyond what a potion can cure.
Oh.
It's
I
not
hold-
unlike the nose bush that you saw with curiosity.
Oh. I hold my hand out and do a pat.
He's still like half in the wall, but his upper body's kind of leaned out of it. And he just kind of leans into the pad a little bit.
I'm just gonna ask it. Is the Phantom okay? Are we still on time?
There's a as one of his hands rips free of the wall, and he slowly points down the way of the tunnel, towards where the Phantom you found before is. Trevor.
Yeah, we should probably get going to it.
Yeah.
And you just see him slowly, like, just like the bark start to absorb his body again back into the wall. Before his eyes slowly closes, and it is no more than a patchy gray spot on the wall. Continuing down is when you start to find it again. Like pox, these red bulbous mushrooms that are here and there that slowly start growing more frequent the closer you get to that chamber of the heart. Before finally arriving at that doorway, and you peer in, shining a light in, and the room is still covered. Looking in, what do you all do?
Okay, wait. So from here we can see the one that's spurting stuff out, right? That one mushroom that was.
Yeah, Kai, I want you to make an insight survival alert check for me.
Insight survival. Can I see today? Yeah.
See all right. Looking around, you can kind of make out over on the left corner that you can see pretty deep into it, the area where you can see the slight of the spores leaking out. But as you shine forward, you're the first to notice it. Up on the branches that come out and meet the Phantom's head, you see the Phantom's head where it's bonded to the rest of the root system, like it's all slowly growing out of his head. But the wispy body is not there.
Oh no.
Oh.
The mushrooms did not make it to him. They are still held back. But the Phantom is gone.
But the head's still there?
The wooden head figure is still there.
I'm just gonna call out for Phantom and see if I can get, like, if anything happens.
You call out. Nothing seems to happen.
Let's at least we think that mushroom over there is the source, right? Let's at least start with that, and then see what we can do about the Phantom. Stop the
Yeah,
spread
that's probably a
first.
good idea.
Do you think Freya's willing to allow me to, be floated over to the source and I can just dump some stuff on it?
Maybe we could also have Carver try and clear a path.
That's true. Well, I have an idea. I just want to get rid of the source before I do that idea. Just make sure I have enough.
How far? Like, is it reasonable to walk to it? Because I'm not sure how high off the ground that one mushroom is.
Oh, it's on the ground.
Okay, so we can have. Okay, then I'll see if Carver can start cutting away through the mushrooms.
Okay. Carver just nods at you and he kind of walks into him, and he'll step on a few of them, and as they kind of smell the spores, all of you will kind of cover your faces, but Carver just kind of winces like it's a bad smell, and he'll start like a weed whacker just slowly cutting a small trail in through the room.
Carver's so fucking cool.
Immunity, man. It's what Zangoose are good at.
It sure do be.
So it's taking time because it's thick, and he's trying to make sure the whole path is cleared. And even the more he does it, you start to notice the spores in the room just start to permeate the air more and more.
Oh,
because of how much he's cutting them.
I'm gonna have him stop then. If it's getting into the air, we can't risk it. The phantom's still around.
I mean, it's already been in the air. It's just getting thicker. Now.
Okay.
It's getting thicker.
Okay. I was really worried that we were about to just kill everyone.
I mean, just like imagine it's just like dust getting.
Yeah. Okay.
What he's doing.
I had a heart attack for a second.
You all have to just like use your sleeves and kind of cover yourselves, trying your best not to inhale any of it, because you don't want, you know what it's done when it's touched skin. You don't want to know what happens when you breathe it in. And when Carver gets closer and closer to where he's only about 10 feet out from whatever's doing this, he blinks as he kind of looks forward and then looks back at you like he's seen something, and then he goes whoosh, 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 just trying to barrel himself closer to it.
Wait, what? I can't
Did
see.
he find the phantom?
He found
As he gets to this thick pile where the mushrooms are huge, almost as big as a hat, you see him kind of just reach in through like he's reaching in through a bush, and you hear like rock crumbling, like, and he like almost falls back as he rips free this metallic orb that seems to have had an anchor in the bottom that's anchored it into the rock. And as he holds it, he kind of looks back at you guys, and after a few seconds, you hear and the spores shoot out from this thing and leak all over the ground, and Carver just and in a few more seconds, it leaks to them again.
Oh, that's the source. It's not even the mushroom. That's it. Here, wait. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna have him bring it closer, but I'm gonna ask him if he can just like point it away from us.
He kind of like looks at it and like points it backwards as he starts backing towards you guys.
Let's see if there's an off switch.
Yeah. See if there's an off switch.
Are you having him bring it like right next to you guys?
Do we have any...
It's every couple seconds it's a cloud.
Not right next to us. Like a distance, just to put it down, or at least show it. Basically, close enough that we can see it. Is all I'm saying.
About 20 feet away, he kind of puts it down on the ground and he starts looking around, and he's like trying to look back at you, and he looks at you, Kai, and he just holds up one of his claws, like asking.
Oh, okay. What if we send him over there with one of our phones and we just do like a video thing of the orb?
We can just zoom in on. How do we safely do this without us dying?
Carver
I
looks
mean,
at you,
I just
Kai.
say have Carver break it. He's already asking to.
All right, I'll have him use Crush Claw, and if we want to just break it.
All right,
Yeah,
roll
break
damage
it.
on Crush Claw.
Let me pull up his sheet. All right. Hey, look, 7 dice. Well, not that bad.
All right. There's he raises up his claw and is like, and there's like a wind burst in the room as he cracks into it, and you can hear it going. It's still leaking it just a little bit. Carver winds up to do it again.
Yeah.
Roll the damage again.
Well, exact same.
Jeez. Carver's consistent.
He is consistent.
He goes, and he just stabs right into the point that he broke before, and you can just... There's a moment of silence as he kind of picks it up like a shish kebab and just turns it around on his claw.
Thumbs
and looks
up.
back at you guys, and is like, he kind of gives the equivalent of like a smile of a good job done.
Yep.
Before you hear,
Oh, throw it away. Oh.
it's not an explosion of like a fiery
Oh,
explosion.
thank God.
It's
Who's
metal
dead?
shrap. You hear metal shrapnel go all over the walls, but this harsh, thick cloud of red has just covered the room. I want all of you to make I want all of you to make a vitality survival check.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Alright.
I didn't
Alright.
get 3 1s this time,
Lee,
so...
Lee cut it close.
Yeah, Lee did cut it close.
So
Yeah.
all of you like cover your mouth as much as you can. But Abby, you just start coughing and sputtering, and you're you down on your hands and knees next to Sophie, and you kind of have to lean into her as you just start getting dizzy, and you feel like you want to vomit again, but you just start getting dizzier and dizzier, and for the moment you're not really able to stand, and you can only see a certain distance. You can only see
Okay.
about 5 feet in front of you.
Can I still grab the bottle of stuff out of my bag?
Yeah, it takes some fumbling because it feels like you're on a rocking boat, but you can't. You do grab the bottle.
I hold the bottle like cap out towards Carver, and I try to gesture to see if he can poke tiny little holes, as small as he can manage, into the top of it.
As you look, you don't see Carver in the red mist.
Wait, what?
Do we?
It's so
Carver.
thick. It's so thick that you can't see into the room.
Carver.
Carver.
You good, buddy?
Can I put Abby on my back? She'll just piggyback.
Yeah, you kind of like sling her arm
Yeah.
over your shoulder, and you can pick her up a little bit.
I'll
With
call out for
assistance,
Carver.
come on.
Carver.
You just hear this deep rumble. Zan.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
Carver?
Zan.
I want to put him
I'm gonna,
back in a
if I
football.
can I see him to put him back in the ball?
Currently, you cannot see him.
Uh-oh.
How's that immunity going?
It's best.
Cool.
We can't send anyone
Hey.
out. It's if someone
No?
else gets sent out, they're gonna get infected. Here.
Carver, here, boy.
Well, okay, so what I do is, hearing that, I'm gonna unscrew the cap and put my thumb over it, just so only a little bit can come out at a time, and I'm gonna start just kind of splashing it around us, like trying to get
Okay.
little drops on the different areas.
As the drop sign, you hear tss, 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 like steam almost. The air starts to get a little easier to breathe around you guys, and very slowly you can see the mist is starting to settle a little bit. And out from it, you just see, almost glowing in the mist, these two very, very narrow, very sharp eyes, just glowing red.
Uh-oh.
And you see him. It looks like Carver's eyes, but as you hear like a weight heavier than Carver, and as these eyes raise up about 2 feet higher than you remember Carver being.
That's not good.
Yeah, put him back in the ball. Does that work? Do that. Maybe do that.
Hey, Pokeball.
As you raise the Pokeball up, you just hear "Zah!" before you know it, the Pokeball is hurled from your hand, just thrown out, and is bouncing down back through the hallway.
Oh, that's not good.
And what you see is just a massive clawed hand, claws bright purple, fur kind of pinkish red with some black striping on it, and it's bigger as it slowly pulls back, and then it waves through the mist. As the mist kind of dissipates and starts to fall around, you see Carver now standing at almost 6 feet tall, massive, hulking, angered. This fur color changed, almost mutated. His claws bright purple, and he looks at all of you in anger.
I'm gonna run down the hall after the Pokeball.
All right. And as you're looking at it,
As we're looking at it.
sorry, Carver is getting ready to attack.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I hate that you planned this.
Hey, are you getting all these fucked up Pokemon ideas from me?
Hi. No, I had this one's been a while.
I think we're doing a hey guys raid battle.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Before we do anything, is there any way that I can like take what I'm doing with the? So we might have to run because this might not go well, but I'm gonna try and fling as much as I can of the stuff here.
When you're declaring intent, that is also the trainer's action, so you can do that during combat.
Okay.
Hey, what's everyone gonna send out to help? Because this is gonna be a lot.
We can't send anything out right now.
Didn't the wind disperse?
I'm running to get the Pokemon.
He has come into the hallway enough to where you guys can safely send out your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sending out Forrest. I know he has the little bandana around him, and I'm gonna kind of tie it over his nose.
That hail is gonna be.
Ah. Yes, I can maybe not do hail. I look at Forrest and I'm like, damn, man.
He kind of looks at you like, I can't help it.
He
I
can't.
was like, you're so valid. Shit. Yeah, if other people are gonna fight, I should not bring out Forrest. I'll throw out Iroh then.
All right. Is
Uh,
anyone else going to help?
I'm gonna use my action to do
Harper.
the trying to throw juice at Carver. So
Yeah.
Juice him up.
Harper.
oh shit.
I can't use that image of Harper. God damn it. Okay. I have to scroll back and find.
Shoot. Here I go. I can actually. Oh, sorry. Fuck.
That,
Delete
Oh
that.
god.
okay.
Oh god.
Ah!
Oh god.
Here, I'll go through.
How did you wait?
Transparent.
Wait. Hold on. How did you? You deleted the background layer.
Yeah.
How did
yeah.
you do that?
What?
Like the
Oh
blue
my
cave
God,
background's
please.
gone because the brown one was under it. Never
How
mind,
did-
we used the brown one? It's fine. How did you do that?
We ask
I
that every
don't
day when we know
know.
Lee. How did you do that?
All right, here.
Magic.
I'm gonna be honest, I need to send Freya out for this.
All right.
I need Freya to work with me. When I send Freya out, I'm like, this is an emergency. We need to stop Carver.
All right. I want all three of you and Abby to roll initiative. Actually, you know what we're gonna do for this music?
So,
Where is initiative? There we go.
I think this is epic enough to have some better music.
hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
All right, give me the initiative order.
Me, Iroh, Freya, Harper.
All right. I'm just gonna pull up Carver's sheet here.
Hey, it's a good thing I know what he can do.
If he just got new powers.
I don't think he learned anything.
Well, what if he learned new things from getting evil? I
Evolution.
don't know. Ah, damn.
All right. So. First up is Carver.
Oh, he's a fast boy, huh?
He rolled perfect initiative. I'm not gonna lie.
I trained him well.
Jake. Kai, I'm so proud. My son.
All right. He is going to first use poison jab.
Hey, Sophie, you learned some new stuff.
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah? You think?
He's going to poison jab at Iroh,
Fucking knew it.
Wait,
and then he's going to crush claw at Freya. So, it is now Abby. What are you going to do?
I'm just gonna try and fling sprinkles of juice at him.
Okay. Can you make a dexterity survival athletics check for me?
I wish I could communicate strategy. I feel like that's cheating, though.
I mean, this is technically you guys. Like, this is all happening quickly, so if you say things quickly, you
Okay.
can.
Sophie, clash the Crush
That was
Claw.
the plan. Yep, got it.
All right, Abby, as you kind of like hold the bottle and you just fling a load of it out towards Carver. It sort of lands on him, and there's a and it slows him down a little bit. You see the glowing red in his eyes fade for a second before coming back, and he almost stumbles in his step. That I'm gonna say that makes him go at the bottom of the initiative, which means Iroh is now first in initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. Okay. We need
All
next
right.
turn order to go. Let's go.
Iroh, what are you doing?
Okay, he's
You are
gonna...
now going before him.
Oh, okay. He was still gonna hit me, so I guess I still want to clash that.
All right, you're
Wait.
going to clash the poison jab.
No. Clash the Crush
Or
Claw.
no, the crush, yeah.
The crush call is going at Freya.
I know.
That's
Trust me.
fine.
I'm thinking.
Okay, what are you clashing it with?
Scratch.
All right, Freya.
So Freya is gonna single action clash the poison jab because I'm immune to poison with Metal Claw.
All right, Kai, roll 1d6 for me.
I hate that. Hey.
Oh shit.
All right. With what'd you say?
With Metal Claw.
All right, and Harper, what are you doing?
Harper is gonna do. We'll just go for a poison sting.
All right.
Oh shoot, gotta roll that.
Hold on, you don't do it yet.
Oh, sorry, I was confused. Oh, I thought I missed something.
No, we are declaring.
All right. So, well, it just so happens the first one that does come out is this poison sting, so never mind. That works. It hits, so roll the damage.
And then also the chance.
Mm-hmm. He is still immune to poison.
Correct.
He sure
That
do be.
is correct. All right, but he still does take the 1 damage from it. And now, he is going. The first one to come out after that is the poison jab against Iroh. So Iroh, I want you to roll clash.
I'm clashing that.
Oh, Freya, roll clash.
So since I'm single actioning, I get a +2, right?
Yes. Is Freya capable of multi-action?
Yeah, she got 5s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see if that works. Oh, I need to roll 2 more, but
Roll 2 more. Does it still never?
that's so yeah.
That was 4. 4. That means the clash wins.
Yes. Yes. Wait, I also have to do something then. No. Okay. Well, I'm sad.
All right, and Freya does not take any damage,
Nice. I've got you.
and the poison effect does not matter. Correct.
Yeah, Freya's immune to poison.
All right, so intercepting the poison jab, and Carver takes 1 damage. He still seems pretty angry and ready to go. So next is the crush claw that is going to be clashed by Iroh. So Iroh, I need you to roll clash.
If you're wait, can I roll multi-action? Sophie?
Iroh can up.
Oh,
Can
okay.
Iroh multi?
Yeah.
Wait, Iroh can multi-action. That's 5 dice.
Then
Wait,
yeah,
what?
you
Oh.
you get to add 2 more, which you have to roll manually. Because this sheet doesn't work sometimes.
Okay, so 4.
All right. I mean, yeah, he can't beat that. So,
Lit.
all right, he takes He takes 1 more hit, and Iroh takes no damage.
Yeah,
In this rage of just wildly swinging, you guys seem to be able to coordinate around it well enough to keep out of his reach. So we're back at the top, and Carver is still at the top.
What? I thought he
So-
got pushed to the bottom.
That was just the
For that
one
one
turn.
turn.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Abby's at the top, but yeah.
Carver got higher initiative than
Oh,
Abby.
right. Oh, damn. He's
So,
moving.
oh yeah, he's moving. So, with that, he's going to kind of glare at all of you, and then run in for a single action Crush Claw on Freya. It is now Abby's turn.
Okay. I'm going to send out Valencia, and I'm going to have her go towards the back of everybody. As much as possible. Like, yes, that is how small she is. She is tiny.
Tiny.
She
Small.
baby.
Lady.
Somehow smaller than a Roselia. It's impressive.
She's small.
Her battlefield
Um,
presence is this small.
Does that count as my action, or do I get to declare what they will do?
You get to declare what they do, because you sent them out between rounds.
So, what I want to do is I want to put some of the juice, as we've so kindly named it now,
Mm-hmm.
on Valencia's leaves, where I assume that's where Seed Bomb comes out of,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use Seed Bomb on Carver.
All right. I'll say that this round is you coating Glenthia's leaves.
Gotcha.
Because to do it well, it's going to take a little bit, but that's fine. All right. Iroh.
Dragon Pulse.
All right. Dragon Pulse. Freya.
I think I'm just gonna have Freya single action evade.
Freya evade. All right. Harper.
Giga Drain.
All right.
Oh, also, while I'm coding this, you just hear me profusely apologizing to my small Turtwig.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Turtwig's just
can I
shaking
still
like.
back it up towards the Pokeball, or
Are you ordering, or are you giving orders, or are you backing up towards the Pokeball? You gotta choose one or the other.
what do you
Because
guys
it's
think?
definitely
I
not
think we
close
need-
enough to the battlefield for you to give orders to Harper.
I think we need you to help us with this more.
Okay, cool. I will stick around then.
All right. In that case, here it comes. The Crush Claw on Freya. I want Freya to roll evasion,
Uh,
I have a problem, Parker.
which
I don't
is.
think it's saved that Galenthia has Seed Bomb.
Are you sure is it Alder that has Seed Bomb?
all right, another 4.
It is Alder that has Seed Bomb. No, it's
Oh.
not. Where is Seed Bomb?
I thought it was Galenthia, because wasn't Galenthia the one that was super excited to learn it?
Hmm.
It might have been Alder, but it didn't save either way. That's weird. Because I remember putting it in.
Here, I'll tell you what you should roll if I'll pull it up while this whole round's going on.
Also, questioning, did I put it on Alder or did I put it on? I think
Yeah, I think you put it on Alder.
When your turn comes around, Abby, you roll Dexterity Fight Channel, and then your damage is
Valencia
Strength
does
plus
not
3.
know Seed Bomb. So, do you want me to change it to Alder that you sent out?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. I thought it was Galenthia. I don't know why I thought it was Galenthia.
I don't know where it went on Alder because I'm pretty sure it was on
We
Alder.
did it,
wasn't
because that was when you had to, like, sit there and hold my hand for it, because I didn't know how to do it. I still don't know how to do it.
All right. Anyways,
I rolled
what'd
4
you roll for the evasion?
successes.
4 successes.
Because I definitely spent the experience.
All right, the evasion worked.
Oh, thank God.
I rolled 3 successes. The crush claw, splinters of rock go out as Freya flies up immediately. All right. In that case, the dragon pulse is coming out. Sophie.
Oh yeah, sorry. Spaced out for a
Hit
second.
him! He's wide open!
All right, that hits. Ooh, that is some hefty damage.
Oh yeah.
All right, it takes 2 damage from that.
Get him, boy.
All right, you see him just like just step back for a second, and he just breathes. He's looking a little on the back foot now.
Hyping up Pyro. You like, hell yeah, man.
All right, and then last we have
Rosa.
Harper with Giga Drain. All right, that hits.
Get him!
Get him.
Get him! I say crying. Get him!
All right, he is resistant to. He's resistant to grass.
Oh God, he's a poison type now.
Tragic.
I wonder if this is permanent.
So, back at the top of the round, Carver is going to. Okay. I actually have to remember I have to know how this works exactly, but Carver is going to.
Ooh, what's my boy doing this time? What's that rascally mongoose up to?
If I could get the move to come up.
I'm worried about what move he's saying he's searching for. It's gonna be like guillotine or something and someone's gonna die.
Oh god.
Hey, I already know it's Crush Claw. If it would come up, I apologize. Okay, I'm getting closer. There it is. He is going. Carver is going to use synthesis.
What?
Hit
Hit him!
the fuck?
We gotta hit him!
Oh fuck. Oh.
So, he is going to multi-action use synthesis and then Crush Claw. He's going to use Crush Claw on Harper.
My little baby.
Not a baby.
Not a baby.
Not a baby.
Lee, I'm going to point out, just for when you're thinking of your roll, if you want to clash, you can use your special stat. Because I know Harper's not bulky strong.
Yeah.
It depends on the move you use.
How would I
So-
do that?
It's just on the little box, there's strength and you can change it to special for clash.
It is now Alder's turn, who is going to Seed Bomb, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm still.
I'll allow you to do Vine Whip
Okay.
for ease of use if you want.
No, I
'Cause
want to
it'll
do. I want to do Seed Bomb. I can.
Okay.
I can roll his accuracy
Mm-hmm.
while I'm still fixing the move, but
I still got the damage pulled up if you just want to roll that after.
Well, am I rolling that now? I thought my turn was
No,
me
not yet.
coding it.
You're just to do. I'm asking, what do you want to do?
I'm good with doing Seed Bomb still.
Okay.
So I'm just, but my turn was me coding something of his.
That was last turn, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna Seed Bomb.
All right, Iroh. Kofi.
Hey, my brain is just not. Okay. Gonna do Dragon Pulse again.
All right. Freya.
You know what? I'm gonna multi-action actually. First action, Metal Claw. Second action, Brave Bird, and I'm gonna use a will point from Freya on the Brave Bird.
Okay, first action was Metal Claw.
Yeah, just a regular Metal Claw. And at -2.
All right. And then Brave Bird was the second one.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have Harper.
I will do the clash.
You will do the Clash. Okay.
I have never done clash before. Let's see.
Yeah, it's right below where you do.
With the special.
So what? When you choose a move that you want to clash with. So what move are you using with it? Like just a counter. It's like the anime thing where you use the two moves and they hit
Yeah.
in midair.
Let's clash with Poison Sting, I guess, just because.
So that's a physical move. So that would use strength.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean by it depends
So if I
on
want
the
to do
move.
special, I'll clash with Absorb then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So first is the synthesis.
Don't do it.
Why?
He's gonna heal.
No. Okay. It really doesn't tell you how much it heals. I think it's just one.
Oh, let me just. I have grass type things pulled up so I can see.
Oh, basic heal. Roll dice equal to half the Pokemon's HP.
Yeah, I think that's total HP.
Yep, it is. So. Alright, so as you just see, his body's immune system just almost come out to the wounds and they just start super healing as it sits there and focuses. He heals 4 HP.
Oh, that's super
Hey guys, how much
cool.
damage have we done so far?
You
Well,
got-
I did chunk, but
I did 1.
R.I.P.
And that did use 1 will point.
Thank God I didn't train him in will points.
Alright. So, next comes out is the Dragon Pull. Nope, next comes out is the Seed Bomb.
Okay. I think I did this right. So I just click it, right?
Yes.
Well,
Seed
A miss.
Bomb. Dexterity fight channel. Wow, is that really only 2 dice for Alder?
Alder's not trained in the fight, I don't think.
That's
No.
true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So first round is a hit and a miss. Or sorry, just a miss.
It's a miss.
It's just a miss. I'm frazzled right now. There's a lot.
It's fine.
Next is Dragon Pulse.
That's me. Okay, I'm paying attention this time.
You're shooting laser beams at it.
Yeah, I am.
All right, roll damage.
Yeah.
Oh
I roll.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
All right.
Fucking pumped.
That is solid 2 damage on him. All right. Freya, your metal claw with a -2 on it.
All right. Still hit.
Still hits. All right, roll damage.
Hey. I mean, this matters.
Oh.
Nope, no strength. Okay.
All right, that is 1 damage. And now we are at his Crush Claw on Harper, and Harper is clashing that with Absorb, so roll for Clash on Harper.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, or that was strength.
Yeah, there's a little box next to Clash that you can check to move it to special. Oh.
Well,
Rip.
Oh.
as the claw comes down, just and just smash. And there's rock everywhere.
My sweet baby.
Not a baby.
That is 4 physical damage.
Oh damn.
Alrighty. Cool.
Well, how much? But
And your defense does not decrease.
wow, that's a lot of ones on that.
Ain't it though? Alright. We are
We got
at the Brave Bird.
Sure are. I'm using a will point on this one because that's 1 dice I sure am rolling. Otherwise, so.
Alright, you don't even need to roll the accuracy then. Just roll the damage.
Alright. 3 damage is not great.
Alright, that is 1 damage.
Let's just roll that d6 then. Success means I don't take damage, right? Or does it? I don't remember what you rolled.
Wait, what is this for?
Recoil.
Recoil? Oh. Success means you do not take damage.
Okay, good.
Alright, so we are back at the top. Carver is going to use multi-action synthesis into Crush Claw against Freya.
What the fuck?
Alright, we're going for another seed bomb, Abby.
No, I'm gonna go try and. I guess I don't know if I need to recode him, but if I don't, I'm just gonna do each seed this time.
Okay. You do not. Leech seed. Alright, Iroh.
Yeah, he's gonna just do Dragon Pulse again.
I am shocked.
What?
Alright, Freya.
Trying to think right now. I think I'm gonna multi-action. You know, if I multi-action like this, can I like, if my first action is clashing, would I then just move like, I guess, what after that? Would it still be like only a -2 on the clash?
Yes, if the first action is clash, it's a -2 on the clash.
Alright, because this is going to be a slow wait then. I'm going to clash the Crush Claw with Metal Claw
Alright.
as my first action, and then second action is just going to be another Brave Bird, but I'm not using Will Point this time.
Alright. And then Harper.
I actually switch out my Pokemon.
You can.
I also know Jupiter now.
Oh, right. I can't use that image. Okay.
I made them transparent, so you should be able to now.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Tiny.
There he is. Okay. Rar. Alright.
XD.
So, All right, that is your thing. You switch to the Pokemon. All right, so first is Synthesis. A will point is used.
He's only got one more of those, I think, probably, maybe. Unless Parker did some shenanigans.
What do you? Don't trust Parker.
Oh, I don't have your trust at this point.
No, because I know I do some real fucked up shit. So like,
That
no
is
way you're not
true.
doing anything.
Oh, wait. I've been doing this wrong. Allow me to educate on how synthesis works in the system, everyone. Synthesis does not require you to use will points. It has an accuracy roll.
Well, I had hope,
that
guys.
That is this plus this. So it's just this. Okay. Wow! Alright, Synthesis misses himself.
Yes!
God bless.
As
Thank you,
Immune System
Paylor.
is not catching up as quickly this time.
Or is that the Wild Mother? I don't know.
And Wild Mother. I don't know. So that doesn't go. That misses. It doesn't go off. And here is the Leech Seed from Alder. All right, that still hits.
Cool. Now I roll effect. It does not affect.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, how Leech Seed works... Oh wait, this has to be rolled at the end of the round. Sorry. But at the end of the round, I roll his effect, and if I heal back whatever damage, it doesn't really matter this turn.
It doesn't do it every turn.
Okay. Well, you still hit
It
it at
does it
least.
after every round.
Okay, and he has a chance to do it after every round. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I heal back as many damage. It's basically rolling a damage roll, and that's how much damage I deal at the end of the round, and that's how much health I get back.
Is it how much damage you deal at the end
Yes,
of every
it
round,
is.
or is it effect? Because
Roll.
effect makes it where you have to roll a 6 for it to work.
I mean, it says to roll one dice.
No,
so-
Abby's right. You roll 1d6 of damage on the foe, restore 1 HP to the user for every damage dealt.
Right.
I know, but you don't do that in the effect column because you rolled a 5 there. But effect
Okay.
counts 6s as a success, so put it in damage.
Gotcha. Didn't know. Alright, so then let me edit that.
All right.
It was
we'll do
under the effect thing, so I thought I put it there.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta translate to roll
Is
20.
that under special or strength, or do I just leave that?
There's no, you don't add that because Leech Seed is set damage.
So do I then under power? I just do 1.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we'll do that at the end of the round. Dragon Pulse.
Hit him.
Actually,
Gee,
hold on.
that's... What?
Oh,
Yes?
Hold on.
Never mind. Don't hit him.
No?
All right. As the Dragon Pulse comes out, you see the seed as the Leech Seed. The seeds plants into the fur on Carver's chest. You see the kind of that white foam just start, whoosh, and Carver's eyes just start. The glowing starts to fade, and he starts getting a little woozy as the glowing's still fighting to come back. The Dragon Pulse automatically hits as he cannot dodge it now.
Oh. Oh.
Yes! Yes!
So roll the damage.
That's
All right.
a 3.
That is a 3 indeed.
Damn, Iroh's fucking out for blood.
I was just sitting there going, ah.
Ah!
All right, and with that, he falls to his back, but he's like, "Ugh," and you just see his giant claws stab in the ground as he slowly starts to stand up.
Sit down.
He's barely there, but he's still, that rage is still there. But you see that foam just like starting to leak from his fur now.
Tap out, man. Tap out.
The Brave Bird is the because he cannot do his Crush Claw, so the Brave Bird is the last thing to come out.
Does this automatically hit too?
It does.
Thank God.
Roll the damage.
1 damage.
As Freya swoops in and just flies, there's a whoosh as before Carver just rolls back and is completely unconscious.
Freya did it.
Yay!
All right, and what you guys are left with is as you look through the battle, you look back through the room, and the mushrooms the cloud in there seems to have settled for the most part, as you guys have been fighting out in the large cavernous hallway. The Phantom is still gone, and Carver is still in this monstrous form. What would you all like to do now?
You want to put the stuff on him? Does that?
I'm gonna also get my Pokeball. I'm not gonna put him in yet, so we can get it. I just want just to check if it's not broken or anything.
Right. And Kai, leave Carver's sheet alone for right now.
Damn. I can't see what Parker did to it.
Don't. No looky.
I'm gonna start just sprinkling whatever I have left on as many mushrooms in that room as I can to try and clear a path.
As you kind of hold your sleeve over your mouth and nose, you just start like vaguely sprinkling it like a sprinkler over just as much of the room as you can, and you get a good, I would say, like 60% of the floor clear. You get a path where you can walk completely forward, as this foam just is like leaking. This like white foam, it's like sea foam, is just kind of sitting on the ground in place before it evaporates.
You know what I could have done? I could have poured a bunch of it into like a pool on the ground and then had Angela splash.
We also could have had Oshawott use water gun with it.
The Oshawott just drinks and swishes it around and goes whoosh.
Basically, that's my
fire
thought.
Hose.
Basically.
It's just an herbal tea, technically.
Yeah, it's really just an herbal tea.
You could just be our little fire hose.
All right, so you're able to get up closer to and you clear away some of the mushrooms from where around where the Phantom was. It's just an empty wooden helmet, I want to say.
I'm at a loss here.
I'm gonna go back to the tree in the hall, the Trevenant in the hall, or like just to like see if there's anywhere like where a Trevenant would be, and be like, "Do you know where the Phantom went?"
As the eye kind of peeks open to you, you just see the wall shift in kind of a shaking head motion slowly. As he kind of breaks forward, he just kind of, and he like points to all of you, and then points to the Phantom.
The Phantom was inside us all along.
You get the sense that he's trying to say humans came and took it.
Uh-oh.
Lee! Immediately just looks at Lee with anger.
We all look at Lee. What did you do?
Okay, so that's not good. Should we run around?
There's nothing else we can do down here.
Still here?
Do you still have some of that left?
There's only one way. What?
Do you still have some of that left? If we can try and use it on Carver?
No, and he can't be cured. We've already looked at that. And I wouldn't trust what I'm doing to be like used as a permanent cure like that, because he would have to ingest that, and I don't trust what I made for ingestion yet.
I'll put him back in the Pokeball.
Do you want to try a potion? Real quick.
Well, he's fainted, so that won't work, but...
Oh, okay.
Kai, let it be, because then you can have a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, but I don't think Carver likes this.
No.
Yeah, maybe you could go to the Serenity Pool or something. I'm just thinking it's some magic water and hoping that does the trick, but I don't know, man. This is a silly question.
I'm gonna start making my way out.
Alright. Are you all gonna start making your way out?
Well, first, I'm gonna...
There's like nowhere else to explore where somebody could be, yeah?
And then, because Alder tried his best and landed at least once, I'm going to have him as like doing the baby thing where his vines are wrapped around me,
Yeah.
and he's like on my chest. And I'm just gonna be giving him little like pets and scritches the entire way.
Is
Okay.
before we leave.
And to answer, hold on.
Okay.
To answer your question, Lee, this entire place is labyrinthian, but there's only about 3 entrances on the top. And you don't know when they were taken or you don't know how long it's been.
Okay. Cool.
I'm obviously putting Carver back in the ball, and I'm gonna see if there's any shattered remains of the thing. I know it exploded, but if there's anything left.
Oh yeah, there's little bits of shrapnel here and there and everywhere, and in where it exploded, there is like a good half of it's just like a mashed metal chunk.
And nothing that's useful, basically.
I mean, like I said, what's left there is about the biggest chunk is kind of near the spot where Carver destroyed it. That's the rest of it's little pieces of metal that's gone all over the place.
Okay, I guess I'll take the big chunk, but I know it's probably not useful. And also, I'm gonna look at Freya before putting it back in the ball. And it's like, I told you were strong. She did it.
You get Freya just looking at you for a moment. Before closing her eyes and slowly just nodding her head.
Put her back in the ball.
All right. So, is everyone content to head up?
Yeah.
Wait, I'll just ask one last thing. Sorry. I was just gonna ask to Trevenant just a yes or no. Was this before we got here? Them leaving with the Phantom?
Before you got here just now?
Yeah, like, did they take the Phantom in, like, the fight or something when we didn't notice? Or was it before we got there?
Yeah,
We
He
noticed
said-
that it was
he
missing
answers-
before we got there.
What?
he answered, yes, it's before you got
Okay.
here.
I was double checking in case it was just, like, hidden or something and we didn't notice.
Because plus it's only one way in and one way out at this point.
I don't know. Just making sure.
So, all of you start to climb your way out. Are you leaving the root system?
We should find Deary.
Yep.
Or, Curiosity.
Oh yeah, I would like my phone back.
That's,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Can
do
we
something
like
with
just
that.
dial up Curiosity? What's up, homie?
Hey, I'll just call Sophie's phone.
Yeah, you could do that.
Well, you are like a mile underground.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, but
land.
she was able to call us when we were on the surface, Parker.
Yeah.
Hey, got him.
We already
Yeah.
went through this. We already called you out on that.
Got him.
Fucking whatever.
Because you're the one who had Curiosity call us.
I thought it would be funny.
Yeah, it was.
You're a
funny.
mistake.
It's the consequences.
I'm just
The
never
DMS
gonna
would
do
pay
anything
you.
funny for
When
you guys
will
ever
you learn that
again.
No, if you want to do something else, well, we can't call her. It's okay.
So you call her,
Oh.
and you, as you call her, it's the usual. It's just darkness for a second, and then just multicolored lights, like kind of light up the place before you see this bright white face, just kind of lean in the camera upside down, and just kind of tilt curiously.
Hello, we've solved your problem? Maybe? Probably.
No,
So,
Curiosity-
stuff's gone.
Curiosity now speaking in Sophie's voice. Oh, that's good. Here, where are all of you? Oh, never mind. And as you blink and
Oh,
you see Curiosity's like paw just sort of reach for the foam, and as it looks like it's about to touch the camera, Curiosity's paw touches on top of Kai's phone and just pulls it down from standing behind Kai's phone.
Ah! This is scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay, cool. Cool trick.
Yes. So was it solved or not? Did you save the heart?
Someone.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Someone
Hey.
apparently took
Mixed results.
the Phantom, but we did get rid of the infection.
Yes, we found the source.
Review pending.
Yes.
Do you know if anyone's been here between when we left and when we came back? Because it's only been a few hours.
Many have been here. Lots of humans come every day.
But to the 5th floor.
They've a few ventured down as far as the 4th, and beyond that, the infection made it hard for me to keep track of everyone.
Unfortunate.
I didn't go close to those places for fear of what would happen if I was infected.
That's fair.
So it was the heart is taken.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have no leads on who or why.
But the infection problems
Being worked on.
fixed
We have the cure. It just hasn't been fully implemented yet.
Curiosity they look at you, Kai. I sense an amount of distress. Most of it from this one.
I mean, Carver's infected. That's concerning.
Curiosity kind of tilts her head. I thought Zangoose couldn't be.
Well, he was fine until the machine causing the infection exploded near him, and well, now he's big, red, and angry.
Oh, on that note, I'm actually going to make the effort to climb back down and take like someone, probably Sophie, with me.
Well, you guys haven't gone up yet. You guys are still in the hallway.
No. I know. Are we in the? But we're not on the 5th floor anymore.
Yeah, you guys haven't left yet.
I know.
Yeah, we're on the 5th floor.
You guys called Curiosity from the 5th floor.
Gotcha. Okay. So actually, I'm just gonna go back and see if I can find the remains, remains of the thing.
I did that.
Is there's no technology or anything?
No, I got a chunk. Everything else is just little bits and pieces, but I got like half the chunk.
Gotcha. Cool. I must have been setting up Alder's sheet. I apologize.
It's fine. Yeah. Basically, you go back into Kai's backpack and pull out the thing. And Curiosity kind of looks over it. People did this. The infection was people.
Seems it's been showing up every here and there as we've been traveling, so it's the same people probably.
If I examine the piece, is there any like? Might be too obvious, but like any insignia? Is there any left of like the programming or wiring left?
Evil team logo on the bottom.
I want you to make an insight survival alert check for me.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Look at you!
Holy-
Oh! That's a crit!
Hey Parker, I know everything.
That's our first crit!
I see everything.
You
5 successes.
All right, I'm gonna have to go pretty far for this. Okay, so as you're sitting there inspecting it, the first thing you find that is the most apparent is part of as you kind of try and you have to bend a metal piece as hard as you can just to get a good, decent view of it, is this little insignia that looks almost like a twisted DNA strand. And on the inside, you do see that there is kind of an operations board on it that has a small screen that doesn't display anything more than your average calculator would, basically. But what it does say, Team Helix protocol interrupted.
Team Helix.
Okay. One other thing. Did I find anything in like the actual wiring setup that is like a tell of theirs? Something that's like not necessary, it's very different or obvious in the wiring or anything like that?
It's not easy to tell with how hard it's destroyed.
Yeah.
But I know you can tell it's just a lot of intricate wiring where once there may have been a container within it that was probably the source material that probably created the giant cloud that was permeating the room for a good amount of time, but all of that's long gone.
You have to answer all of her questions because of how hard she critted on this.
Hey, if she got two more sixes, I would have just told her what the meaning of life is.
Would have been like, you know what? You're the DM
So,
now.
like, as you look through the thing, you can actually see their base. It's crazy.
I know exactly where they are, guys.
You find an apology note that says, "Sorry, we'll stop. Good day, sir."
My bee.
And when I look back down, the phantom is just floating there.
This is
problems
yours.
solved.
Apologies, good sir.
Okay. Okay.
Well, yep.
That is all you find in it.
Yeah. I have labeled this the spore bomb, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna change the scrap metal to Team Helix chunk of machine.
Team Helix. Strange that they would name it an organization if they're trying to hide.
Out of character. That's a very Pokemon thing to do.
It sure
let's
is.
be
Out of character. Weird how that happens. Like we're playing
Character-
Pokemon.
It's like we're playing Team Rocket.
Hey guys,
If-
you know, we're playing Pokemon.
Curiosity looks at you. Well, if the heart is no longer here, then I must search. But I feel no guilt leaving this place now. So you all have done me that?
I actually have a request if you're leaving. I know you don't own the nose bush, but I have a friend that's been studying all the new Pokemon. Would you mind if I tried to catch one of the ones that follow you and send it to him?
Kai, make a insight contest etiquette check.
I actually have etiquette, so fuck you.
I'm actually nice.
I'm actually nice, Parker.
I'm
I would
a
laugh
polite
if you
boy.
crit failed right
Oh,
now.
you know I'm gonna. 3 successes. Oh, that was close. That was close.
You're flirting with it.
What's the odds that we went from the first crit to the millionth crit fail?
So, they look back at you. Only if you promise one thing.
What's that?
Send back the sick ones so that they might not only study these friends, but also the sickness plaguing them and maybe how to cure it.
Well, I can do that, yeah.
Well, actually, curiosity, is there any way I can take your sick friend back? I don't even have to catch him or anything. Take your sick friend back because the person who helped me cure the actual mushrooms is helping me try and cure Pokemon too.
If that is what you wish to do.
Plus, I don't think the person he's planning on sending it back is equipped enough to handle a Pokemon that's sick.
Different degrees.
I don't know what you speak of, but if any of these friends wish to go with you, then they are more than welcome. Now, I have to go find our other friend, our beating heart. So I'll...
One quick. Hey, could I have my phone back?
Oh, yes, of course.
I forgot, and
thank
I'm glad
you.
you remembered. That phone was about
Not
to
gonna
be
forget. I was
gone.
waiting.
Curiosity's just looking at you, Sophie.
I'll have to buy you one of these. This is
They
I'm
haven't
glad it's
handed
been
you a
helpful.
phone. They have not
But they
handed you a
haven't-
phone.
Do you have the phone?
I just gave it back to you.
What?
Oh, sorry. And almost out of like a dust, like a sparkling dust, just whoosh, and there's it just comes out of your pocket, and you feel the weight of your phone just in your jean pocket. I forgot to pull it back to your dimension. I apologize.
What? Never mind. You know what?
I'm going
No.
through the photos. Is there any weird photos on there?
Well, you see, two things about that. One, there is like this kind of static almost. There is many looks like accidental selfie pictures of just half of Curiosity, like this face right up
Okay,
against
love
the
that.
camera.
That's
Like
fine.
cats activating the
But
door.
there's most of them have like this strange static through them. The entire phone feels really hot to the touch. Also, your data plan is fucked.
That's fine. That's normal.
And you do as you start to get signal back again, you do see text messages from your parents asking what the hell you're doing with the data plan.
Why do I have a text from the distortion world?
Well,
Yeah.
they are asking why you were like 11 gigs over the data plan.
Great. I send them a text saying I gave my phone to an EV god and they used all the data.
You get a text back that says that you're on the drugs.
I send them a half selfie picture of what Curiosity took.
You get no text messages back.
Okay.
They probably just went to bed.
They're
It's
just like, okay.
Yeah, it is like
whatever.
1 a.m. or something. They're just like, no.
This is a tomorrow problem.
I'm gonna Super cool. Can I also the pictures of Harper are still there? Yes.
Yes.
Just my evidence. Okay, great.
Wait, hold on.
The evidence. Uh-oh.
Like, no.
Roll a d6 for me.
No,
Oh, no.
Parker.
Not the evidence. That's all we have.
Yes.
Do not.
Parker.
Roll a d6
No.
for me, Sophie.
Wait,
I
when was the last time
am.
that your phone backed up?
Okay.
Cloud
it's
save.
fine. They're there.
Oh, thank God. I was gonna be
Yeah.
so upset if you were like,
Now
no,
that
all your evidence.
I feel
is
like now
gone."
I'm gonna have to take over part of the evidence gathering.
Oh,
I
as
think
soon
you
as I
also
figured
sent
that out,
some of
I
the
like.
evidence to Morgan. So
Yeah,
Morgan
that's
has
true. I did share some to Morgan, but I'm now like making just a folder for Abby and Kai so they also have it. It's just a Google Doc of just ongoing Harper evidence.
Well, are there any of the nose bush around here right now?
No, but when you pass through, you are more than welcome to adopt one who seems to wish to leave this root system.
Okay. Where you thinking of going to search for the heart?
I think I will just follow the malice. I can smell it almost in the air. Maybe I'll be able to see it in the other world.
That's frightening.
Abby, do you want to show Curiosity some of the like insignia that you saw, just so they can? I don't know. I'm assuming they're just gonna put that on their secret base or
I'm
pull
gonna
some dumb
hold
shit.
up
So
the, twisted DNA strand part from the chunk, as in I reach into Kai's backpack once more without his permission and take it,
Hmm.
and
like that happens
I
a
then
lot.
show it to Curiosity, and I'm like, well, keep an eye out for this, because it's highly likely that if they're the ones who planted this and they're the ones who knew about it before we did, it's very likely that they're the ones who took the Phantom.
This is where the malice is coming from.
Does the voice actually get that deep?
Yeah, it starts dropping, and you feel you feel like that little piece of metal that's bent off the chunk. You just feel it rip off, and it's just slowly floating in front of Curiosity, and you see it like start to glow like it's being heated, and it just slowly starts to melt onto the floor.
I'm uncomfortable.
There's just a moment of Curiosity watching it melt and staring at it without blinking.
I'm just gonna.
And after about a minute, Curiosity looks back up at all of you. Sophie's voice again. Well, I'm gonna be off. I have to find the heart.
See ya.
I hope to see all of you again.
it'd be great. Next time I see you, I'll hopefully have an extra phone, and then we can be little Skype buddies.
Yes, I would very much like to show my friends. Well, my other friends.
There's a lot to unpack
I'm
here.
gonna dive in too deep to that.
There's a lot to unpack with this whole conversation.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Oh. There. Have fun, all of you, and stay friendly.
And curious.
And then there's just a whoosh just like on the wind. It's almost like you can feel the wind start again. And all around you, as you see Curiosity's just color just start to move away from their frame until they're like this translucent outline before they're just, you blink again and they're just gone.
Okay.
Hello, I am high, yes. Well, I think we're late. It's late.
Lee,
Yeah.
do you have any fabric?
I mean, probably.
Lee
If
has
you have-
fabric. There's
If
no
you
way
have a
Lee doesn't.
large, if you have a large piece, may I use it to make a gentle carrying sack for the nose pass that is ill?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I'm
gonna
basically just gonna tie it to where it makes like a sack that has a bunch of like holes, and see if the nose pass.
Isn't that nose
can
pass like 3
fit
feet
it.
tall?
be. I mean, they're also real heavy.
Oh.
They are rocks.
Understood, but he can't walk, and I don't want to catch him, and I don't have a temporary Pokeball.
Well, I mean, we're gonna walk out. They can walk. Oh wait, no, is the
He's
sick? I thought the sick one was like walking with the herd too.
Yeah, but
The
That's
second one
what
was
I'm
being moved
taking.
by the herd.
Okay, I see.
And I have to carry him up a thing. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna sit down in front of him and be like, I'm going to try my best to help you, and to be able to do that, I need you to get inside of this, and I'm gonna hold out my Pokeball.
All right, so I'm gonna assume we've gone up to the 4th level. at
Yeah,
this
we're
point.
gonna go find some of them.
All right. We'll expedite this a little bit because I won't make you go through this too much. The sick nose pass is just nose bush is just shivering a little bit before it looks at you, and its forehead like slowly leans forward and it just taps the Pokeball before it goes just into the Pokeball. And Kai, I'll say that there is one very very happy and curious one that wishes to leave the
Friendly
nice.
and curious.
leave the confines of the root system.
I'm sure you're
And see.
like your new friend. I'll use the one Pokeball I have extra.
All right. So, expediting the trip back, you deliver the I'm assuming you deliver the Pokeball with the sick one to Sitta's gym.
Yeah.
And
And I'm gonna
everyone-
release it when we get there. I'm just using it as a carrying device. But
Yeah,
it's gonna
you
probably
can
break
keep your
that thing.
Pokeball. Kai, you are unfortunately going to have to send the Pokeball with the other one.
Yep.
So,
Ring him up at 1 a.m. like usual.
at this time when you ring him up, he's still awake. You just see you see like a cup of some tea next to the desk where he video calls you from.
I see you were ready this time.
He's gotten used to it.
I see you were ready this time, Parker.
Well, you know, I figured it's not worth sleeping when I was expecting a call about now.
Yeah. So, hey, I know that I took Erie, but I got something for you now. I'm
Yeah?
gonna put the Pokeball in the thing and send it to him.
I lean over Kai's shoulder and I'm like, it's notably not as cool. Just so
No,
you know.
no.
He still took the cooler one,
Look.
quote unquote.
It's cool in its own way.
All right, hold on, just let me see. And as he like goes over, you just hear the whoop as he goes over to the machine and pulls Pokeball out, and you hear the whoosh. What
We like to
am
call
I looking at?
we call it Nosebush.
I mean, you're not wrong, and you don't even see him on the camera right now. Like it's just his desk chair, and you just hear him from over on the other side of the room. I mean, you're not wrong.
Nose pass that grew a mustache.
All over its body.
Of
I mean-
grass.
If he's just a nose, he doesn't have much of a.
It's like a lot of noses.
Listen, the nose hairs are getting out of control, and his mustache has not been groomed in a while.
You know, I don't know how to take that,
Hey,
What?
new species.
but thank you.
You're welcome.
I will get to work. How have things been going with you guys?
I figured out a cure to a deadly disease that is killed and is almost going to kill a Pokemon, and there's we figured out who was poisoning Vernville and, well, possibly, still allegedly at this point, but it's very likely, and figured out, allegedly, who also kidnapped the heart of Vernville. So Vernville is suffering, but it's fine. We're working on it. It's okay.
You just see Parker blink twice.
It's fine.
I was just more like, have you beaten the gym? Had anything interesting to eat?
Oh, yeah.
Met any other cool Pokemon?
So-
But that's good too.
Hey, Sophie and Lee beat the gym, and I'm gonna challenge her tomorrow probably if Carver's not feeling hot.
What's wrong with Carver?
You ever seen our red and black
we
Zangoose?
found out that Zangoose can, in fact, be poisoned after so much poison.
Is
it's
he
not-
okay?
We're gonna find out.
What are the symptoms?
He tried to kill
he
us.
turned big, scary, 6 feet tall, and his claws turned purple. Oh, and he attacked us.
Parker blinks twice again.
It's not great.
Okay,
I need to
don't
get to
have
that,
kind of
so
free. Right. Okay. Yeah. Just get Sita's opinion, and
Mhm.
I'll have her talk to me, and we'll.
Oh, so we're
See.
not good enough to talk to you about this, huh?
Do you have a Pokemon professor degree?
No, but
God
all the
took
information
selfies on my phone.
she's getting from us.
Yeah. Sita
I'm
was
the one who
closest.
made the cure, and that's Sita.
That's true, and I'm proud of you. But I don't know what the hell to make of this right now.
Yada 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 yada. Anyway, I'm gonna go make more cheer because possibly we're definitely going to need more, and we definitely need some to see if we can make it work for Pokemon.
Well, good luck. I'll do some research here and see if I can't figure anything about any other accounts of the Zangoose actually getting sick.
if it
Well, just so
means
you know,
anything,
As
actually,
far as we know, it took an actual literal poison bomb.
I'm gonna point something out. I don't think it just got sick. It was a poison type.
You think it evolved?
I don't know. Evolutions. This is more like forced transformation. Not.
Is it maintained the transformation even outside of battle?
I
Yes.
mean, yeah.
Well, he went unconscious and still had it, so.
It's not like
And
Mega
most force
Evolution.
transformations end when you go unconscious, don't they?
Yeah,
They do,
Mega
usually.
Evolution is temporary.
So I think he's maybe not permanently, but until further notice, he is part poison type now.
Hopefully he's not evil anymore.
Hopefully, I could
It's
turn
not-
him back.
Otherwise, he's gonna take a long bath in a Serenity pool.
Okay. Send after you take him to get some medical attention. Send me some images. I'm gonna ask Professor Rowan about this. He specializes in evolution.
Okay.
You
All
know
right.
who else we could ask about this?
Hmm.
The guy, the museum guy.
Joffrey.
Yeah.
I'll loop Joffrey in on the call later. I'll
Because
make
he
sure he's
knows a
awake.
lot about different evolutions. Because he has a fire type Poplio that was bred from a fire type Primarina.
I could ask him if he thinks it's a Chroman form. I'll loop him in. It's still 1 a.m. right now, so the amount of people that are awake is few.
I think he's awake.
I don't know
He's
if
an
he
old
ever
man.
sleeps. I don't know if he ever sleeps, to be fair.
don't
I don't
think-
think
I
he sleeps.
If he's not asleep, his brother might be awake.
I don't want to talk to his brother. I don't want to talk about his brother. I don't want to mention his brother. I completely blocked that memory out of my mind.
I don't
You
know
know
what you're
what?
talking about. What
Everybody
brother?
has a
What? I don't know what you're
so
talking
you might
about.
wanna
What
talk to his
brother?
The Kai, you know what brother I'm talking about.
I don't know anything.
I know a brother.
Hmm.
Oh my god, guys, the Weedle.
I
No,
know.
I know.
We know.
I know you know, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Well-
Curses.
The shiny Weedle that made you eat food, and you guys were dumb enough to do it.
You weren't there. You wouldn't understand. It was threatening.
Hey, I'm gonna go get
Okay.
my sick Zangoose healed.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, I just
idea.
wanna let you know. I don't care how much the perpetrator threatens me. I'm not gonna eat his roofies.
You weren't there. You don't understand. You would have done it if you were there.
Uh-huh. Well, just remember next time, don't leave your cup unattended.
At this point, Parker has hung up.
That's fine.
No, so I am dragging Sophie along with me as I start heading back to make more stuff because I'm going to put Sophie back to work on the mortar and pestle. As long as Sophie doesn't have other things she wants to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is about like 1:30 a.m. Do you guys want to sleep or anything?
I feel like I'm gonna wait till I can at least make sure Carver's healed because I would be way too worried to sleep.
Yeah, I also kind of want to make sure.
Lee, you're
Carver's
echoing.
good. Yeah,
Ah,
Lee.
fuck.
I'll sleep once I at least get his Pokeball back from the Nurse Joy.
I guess I'll sleep.
I'm what? Lame. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
Lee,
sleep
you're still
after.
echoing.
I'm still echoing.
Yeah.
Well,
And Lee just
They
leaves.
need to
We're
just get
done. We'll never
headphones.
see Lee again.
Oh.
I'm gonna get Lee headphones
Learn
for
to-
Christmas.
Get Lee a headset for Christmas. Yes, do it.
all right.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So, Kai, as you drop off Carver's Pokeball, the Nurse Joy requests that you leave him with them for the night. Then they will take good care of him.
Okay.
You're just gonna sleep on the couch.
Maybe.
Wait.
My Pokemon's a monster.
Aw.
Been forced Frankenstein.
I mean, I'm just gonna point out to you that Pokemon means pocket.
I get it, but when your Pokemon explodes into the Hulk, you get worried.
That's called evolution.
Well, this isn't a normal. They don't.
This is kind of different.
Yes, but the first person who got a Bulbasaur must have been very shocked when it became an Ivysaur.
Abby, I don't think this is helpful.
This is not the same.
Yeah.
It is exactly the same. It's just new. And it had a different reason for it. It's like the guy who reportedly kicked his Magikarp and it turned into a Gyarados. It's just a condition for evolution.
It's an urban legend at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
it's a condition for evolution.
He's still hulked out, and I'm kind of scared.
Digimon kid, so
I know you're scared, but I'm saying to calm down. I'm trying to be reassuring here, people.
It's not working.
It's not.
Well, you guys are spoil sports, and while I hope Carver's okay, I think he's going to be just fine.
I'll stay with you at the Pokemon Center if you want.
You do what you
Technically,
want to
you're
do.
all staying at the
Just like
Pokemon
pass out.
Center.
Okay.
It's basically a hotel.
Great.
Pokemon centers are also hotels in this world.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Isn't that where Ash and them stay anyway?
Yeah, no, I wasn't kidding. That's how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'm going to sleep with Cotton Candy singing in the background as my white noise machine. Cotton Candy, put me to sleep. Do it.
After a little while, it's a long night. Most of you sleep in for a while. Sophie and Kai, you both wake up having nodded off on a couch in the lobby of the Pokemon Center. Not the most comfortable sleep you've ever had, but you look up and as you can see one of the Chanseys starting to set up and open up the front desk for the day. It's about 5-6 a.m. Still no word on Carver. But after a little bit of just sitting there, you hear a door open and the nurse joins their side and says, if you two would like to come this way, Carver has woken up.
Is he angry still? Is he okay?
I think you would have had a bill by now.
You would have heard it by now, but I think you should also just see for yourself.
I'll follow along.
Hey.
Is this gonna be a Charmander situation where he's just grumpier?
I have so many grumpy Pokemon.
he's you could say he's toxic.
As you
now.
as you kind of are led through the back halls and into one of the patient room, sitting on it's almost like a large hospital bed, but it's large enough for large Pokemon. And just sitting on it is Carver, as he's just kind of sitting up and he's looking at his own claws, like kind of trying to move them up and apart. And then he looks at Yukai, and then his eyes just go a little wide, and he just kind of starts to try to shuffle his way out of the. He throws the blanket off and he starts to move over towards you and just like wraps you in a big hug.
I'm gonna give him a big hug.
He's like, you've noticed, as you're hugging him, you're noticing something interesting, that he's no longer bigger than you. He's about 5 feet tall, maybe a little shorter than that. But whatever rage he was in before seems to have enhanced his size before.
Is it wearing off? He's not as big as he used to be.
He's not as big as he used to be, but he's still black and red. You can feel that his muscles feel bigger under the fur. He still feels like a brick wall.
Okay. I'm just glad he's okay.
And as he kind of hugs you, he's like, you feel like this little, like, up against your neck, like this little wetness, and you look down, he's crying.
Oh.
Bring out Pocky. Let him go give Carver a hug too.
Pocky comes out and he kind of just looks at it. He looks at Carver in confusion, looks at you, Sophie, for a second, like, what happened to him, sort of thing.
I just tell Pocky he evolved.
Pocky just kind of looks at him and is like, oh, and just kind of runs over and hugs him on the leg.
I give Carver a hug too. It's big hugs.
Big hugs.
Big hugs.
I want you to lower Carver's happiness by 2.
Why are all my Pokemon suffering? By 2.
But I want you to increase his loyalty by 1.
I can't lower his happiness by 2. It's already at 2.
Lower it by 1 then. Increases loyalty by 1.
He's a sad boy. Minimum happiness.
Not Carver.
And after a while of just holding him there for a second, the Nurse Joy gives you all a second before Nurse Joy gets Carver to sit back up on the bed again, and you're both standing there, and Nurse Joy's talking to you. As far as we can tell, we don't know if we can call it evolution yet. It is a mutation, though. There is how do I explain it? Unlike evolution, there seems to be an option to go back. We just haven't fully understood it. And she kind of looks over to Carver and kind of gently pats his shoulder. Okay, just like before, just focus, okay? And Carver just nods, and he kind of closes his eyes and breathes, and you just hear go, Zen. And as he focuses, you can see, starting from like around his eyes, his fur starts to fleck and slowly change color to that white that you know, and he starts to shrink in size just a little bit, but it's like he has to fight to do it. So and before it slowly spreads about half his body before it just shoots back, and he just breathes, and he's still the black and red form.
It's okay.
Okay, Carver, you're beautiful just the way you are.
We'll figure it out. At least you're back to your old self.
He kind of like looks at you, and just He kind of purses his lips a little bit before slowly nodding, and he kind of just looks down at himself.
Hey, it's okay.
There seems to be the message you're getting from his whole demeanor is shame.
Hey, it's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was the machine, and whatever
You
team he
helped
looks
us.
and whatever team he looks to was. You're a victim.
Nurse Joy looks at both of you. I mean, as far as we can tell, there's nothing dangerous about this for him other than just how he feels. And we're not sure if it's attached to the form or if it's just attached to whatever happened last night. But it's up to you where to go from here. His health is not in any danger.
Okay. I guess we'll have to figure it out.
Take all the time you need back here and let me know if you need anything. And she kind of bows and exits the room.
I'm just gonna look at covers. Hey, it doesn't change anything. We'll figure it out. You're still as strong as you used to be. We're gonna keep going on our journey.
Yeah, Pocky still thinks you're super cool.
He kind of looks down at Pocky, and Pocky just looks up and goes, "Punch him!" And he gives a little smile for a second, and
Oh.
where he just kind of leans his head down a
Here,
little
wait.
bit.
He's got one friend that I know. I'm gonna send out Eerie now that Nurse Joy is gone.
As Eerie kind of pops out on the bed, Eerie is kind of sweating and looks back and forth, and Eerie looks over at Carver and kind of half sways over towards him before wrapping her two arms around one of his arms, and Carver just gently with the large purple claws pets the top of her head, and Eerie looks up at him and tilts their head as Carver sort of still seems dejected and sad. Eerie reaches down to one of the pins in their leg and pulls it out completely and holds it in both hands up to Carver. And Carver kind of blinks at it, and Mori slowly takes it. And as he takes it, and holds it in his hand, it's just kind of is there, and he looks at you, Kai, and then looks at Eerie, and Eerie's just kind of swaying back and forth before hugging his arm again. So, as this is a pretty good point, is there anything that either Abby or Lee wants to do before this session ends?
No, I'm just gonna go back to work, cranking out more stuff.
All right.
I'll probably would have tried to go find a treat for Carver.
Okay. And as Lee arrives back with a just a big helping of Pokemon Get Well cake, that's where we're gonna wrap the session.
Only
And
2 hours long.
we're gonna do experience points. This is 2.5 hours. It was just you guys got through just about everything I had ready for you today, so don't worry. We'll pick up. And next time will probably be the last gym battle with Sita and maybe leaving the town if that's what you guys want to do.
Maybe.
You do still have the Lapras and Empoleon to meet. All right.
Still gotta try and do that contest.
That is true. All right, Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to do your experience, or can you do it?
I can do it.
Okay. So, you made the formula, so I'll give you that. You, as a trainer, can have 8 experience points.
Can I open up Carver's sheet now?
Yes, I haven't done anything to it.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't want you to roll anything on it, and I put things in bonuses to remember stuff. But you get 8 experience points as the trainer, Abby.
Okay.
Galanthea can have 5. What's that?
You might have to do it because it's not letting me pull up their sheets
All right, here, I'll do it.
for Alder or Galanthea.
Let's see, 5. Alder can have 7.
What's going on here?
Alright, cotton candy gets...
Guessing Angela gets 2 because she hasn't moved.
Gotta
Yeah.
refresh.
I'll type in Angela's.
Hey, you've got enough for that last vitality point.
Just enough.
Yeah. To be fair, that's the only thing you can do with it right now, isn't it?
Wait, I don't think I have enough. Hold on.
Yeah, it's 20.
Oh, I do.
Costs
I
20.
do.
Yep. So you could do that at the end of this session. You could do that today. All right, Kai,
Yes,
are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, you as a trainer get 8.
I get 8.
Hey, Boris gets a solid 2.
He wasn't there.
Carver gets 7. Freya gets 6. Yuri gets 4. And Gyu gets 2. Lee, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, you as trainer get 7.
All right.
Lilith gets 2.
All right.
Harper gets 6.
Alrighty.
Juno gets 2.
All right.
And Jupiter gets 5.
Hail.
All right, Sophie, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you as trainer get 7. Forrest gets 4. Iroh gets 6. Pocky gets 6. Zenny gets 4. And Beetle gets 2. Got it all?
Yep.
All right, and just like last time, I'm going to start at the top. And if you have anything you want to train on your Pokemon today, let me know, or just say pass. Abby, do you have anything?
Yeah, I want to raise Alder's Fight by 2.
All right, so that is 14 experience points.
Mhm.
Damn.
All
Carver
right, so
doesn't
just give me a tough fight check then. Nice. All right, that is 14 experience points that you will spend, and you will go up by 3 levels. So he should be level 8. All right.
Oh,
You
and then
wanna
I
put-
want to do Vitality for.
Angela, right.
Mhm.
All right. In that case, for Angela, just give me a beauty contest check. It could just be a beauty check because it doesn't matter what the other one is.
Hold on, my sheets are breaking.
Yeah, let me know if you need me to do it.
So, what did you say? Sorry. For hers, beauty contest?
Yes. Nice. All right. Spend all 20 of the points to raise vitality to 3, which sets beauty to 4 and puts her up by 3 levels, which makes her level 6. And she has reached her limit for vitality.
And her beauty is at 4, right? Because it
Yep.
had a 1 originally.
Yep. So, and then her level goes up to 6. Is that all for you?
for now. We'll figure out if I want to do anything for anybody else.
All
Don't
right.
think so. So yes.
All right, Kai, you got anything in the books?
I got
I'm
a
gonna
few
say
things.
you can't do anything for Carver right
Well,
now.
that sucks.
I'm sorry.
Bummer.
I have a few things I need to put on Carver's sheet, so I'm gonna say you can't do anything on Carver just yet.
Damn.
And he's probably not in a state to train right now, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry,
Alright.
you can do it next time.
So I do have something. I have one for Freya and one for Eerie.
Okay.
Is Freya also? Because I need to ask before I even try. Is Freya feeling better after besting Carver even in that form? To train?
Freya's feeling better. It might be a little temporary, but she's trainable right now.
Okay, then I wanted to train Freya to learn agility.
All right. In that case, give me a cool fight check. Good lord, that's like the best thing she could do.
Yep. And watch me fail.
Well,
I hate
Kai?
this. Yeah, no, I see that.
Damn.
Can I get a break? Please?
No.
I want a strong sword bird. Please. I just
You're not
want
allowed.
something to go right.
I am sorry, my friend. I am so sorry.
I just want a cool sword bird.
Oh man. Oh god.
Well, can I train Eerie and Insight?
You can train Eerie. You can do Eerie's Insight. Give me for Eerie's Insight, give me a smart survival check. It doesn't really matter, but smart something.
Can I use my high performance food sack to train Eerie?
Yes.
It lets me add 1 dice roll.
You may.
Watch this fail too. Here, I'll just roll 2d6 because that's all I'm doing. Thank God I got 1 success.
Have you upped Eerie's dexterity and vitality before?
Yes, I've upped everything except for strength and special, and when I up strength next, she'll have the stats for a little bunny.
All right. So you may learn the insight,
3 points in insight now.
which means that they are level 8. They also have smart 2.
I just wanted a strong sword bird.
You'll get there
Oh,
eventually.
Daniel, I rolled 5 dice for Freya. 4 of them were 1s?
It was a lot.
Was he
Don't
keeping
forget to-
stats
don't-
of your bad luck too?
Yeah, probably.
Don't forget
Just
to don't forget to spend the experience on a grade sheet.
Oh yeah, that was 20 experience spent.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for you, Kai?
Naboris can't learn anything. Giyu can't learn anything. Carver's depressed and mutated.
He's in shock. It's fine.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, Lee. Do you have anything you want to train today?
Yeah. I know for sure I want to try and up Lilith's insight.
Okay. Then just give me a smart fight check from Lilith.
Come on,
Is
Lilith.
this
Morgan,
all in
they
the quest
sure
to be able to
did.
use hypnosis?
Morgan, you should have seen the start of the session. I rolled 7 dice and not a single one of them was a success.
It's been a rough one. It's been a rough day for Kai. It's been a rough day.
And Carver's a monster!
Carver might have mutated into a monster. Kai's bad at Pokemon.
Shut up!
Also, Kai, the Sophie's thing is the first thing that's actually popped up in the live chat thing.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That's
no.
excellent.
So, the live chat makes a message go away after, I think it's 10 to 30, somewhere between then.
Okay.
So you're just seeing it as they pop off.
Okay. But I don't just want to extend the time on that.
Like, yeah.
Anyways. Sorry, Lilith is apparently not in the mood to train today.
That's a-okay.
Hugs
when
from
is
Daniel.
she in the mood to train?
Anyone else? Lee.
I want to try and up Jupiter's Clash.
That would be
Spiritual one.
either from 0 to 1, that is 6 experience points. I need a tough fight check from Jupiter.
fellas.
Okay, so for Daniel, Lee failed a roll with 1 nat 1 out of 3 on Lilith, and then 3 nat 1s for Jupiter. I just
Gonna X out of that window.
yeah.
What is happening? What is happening?
Shroomish can help. Shroomish can help all I need to.
Goodness.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So, Lee, I'm assuming I'm just gonna move on. I'm assuming you don't have anything else.
I want to try and raise Juno's fight.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to
that,
tempt?
That will be that will be 6 experience points, and I need a tough fight check from Juno.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Well, you're not gonna do
for
that
Daniel's
either.
stats, Juno rolled 1 dice
Alright,
and rolled a
alright.
3, so it's a
Okay,
fail.
we got our last one here.
All right. Can you
Fight
train
from-
Harvard?
1 to a 2.
Where on which one? On what? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Actually, I'll just do Clash 0 to 1.
Clash 0 to 1. Okay. That will be a tough fight check. That's 2 dice to roll it on that one. This will be the first success in like 4 training.
It's a
sessions.
success!
It's a
Ding,
success.
ding, ding.
Okay. So
Alright.
that is 6 experience points, but levels do not go up at all for specialties. So that's fine. Okay. So, Sophie.
Yes.
Are you sure you wish to
Okay.
attempt in this slew of bad
Would
luck?
you like to enter the training gauntlet?
I would for sure like to try.
All right.
Are the ones in the blue boxes, are those skills or those
Those are skills.
specialties?
Those are skill. The fight survival contest is skill.
Yeah. Wait, no, I'm thinking the strength, dexterity,
That
vitality.
is
Oh.
attributes.
Yeah, those
That's
cost
attributes,
10
okay.
times the current.
Oh damn. Okay.
But I mean, they are good.
You know what? I'm just gonna hold off. We're gonna save some experience. We're gonna wait.
All right.
I'm easy this time.
All right.
Nothing.
All right, and then we will conclude, as we always do, with the DM reading this time on Pokeroll. Freya Angie. Kai's home is now in the wall. Zenny is traumatized and Sophie is gonna spoil him. Kai can't roll. Abby does Pokemon science. Abby solves world hunger and a solution to the root system problem. While she's at it, you know. Sophie almost kills Abby climbing. Trevenant gets absorbed into the wall? Question mark. Poison shroom time. Phantump is gone. Uh-oh. Lee, was it you? Carver OP and cuts the shrooms. Found the source. Off switch? Nah, just let Carver fuck it up. Uh-oh, it's gonna blow. Make a death save. Abby fails death save. Carver is evil now and really big. Sophie, I bet he has new moves. She was correct. Fight, fight, fight. Iroh fucking laser beam evil Carver's ass. Kai cries as he hits his own Pokemon. Carver passes the fuck out. Trevenant tells us humans took Phantump. Ring ring, it's curiosity. Problem sort of solved. Abby's third eye fucking opens and solve all of Parker's mysteries. Team Helix, knock off Team Rocket, fucking shit up, I guess. Sophie finally gets her phone back and there's lots of fun pictures. God Eevee is pissed. Abby gotta catch a nosebush. Parker gets fun Pokemon. Carver goes to hospital. Carver is back to normal, sort of. He's a good boy again. His son Pocky gave him hug. Kai and Sophie give him big hugs. Lee gets him cookie. Abby continues working in her drug lab.
It is a drug
And
lab.
that's what happened. And that's what happened today, everyone.
Yeah, Daniel, there's a lot to keep track of this campaign.
Daniel,
Too
don't
many.
recommend it. Whereas Mystery Dungeon has all of us being one character, this one has everyone
Yeah.
being 7 characters.
Maybe just like don't.
Just don't.
Like
It's okay.
No, Daniel, keep track of one thing. How much bad luck does Kai have? That is the only thing you
true.
keep track of.
True.
It started off well. The series started off with me being like a spider monkey on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Here we
Yeah.
are. My bird is angry and frustrated, and my mongoose has depression and a mutation like a mutant. So yeah, it's not
Yeah,
great.
it's going great.
No. Hey, how am I gonna?
Challenging.
I'm worried about challenging the gym now because I feel like these carvers gonna be like messing it up because he can't control himself or something bad's gonna happen because I have terrible luck.
All right. We are gonna wrap up the stream there, because but this time has been red.
Yep, I'm gonna end the stream now. Thanks for watching.
Have a good one,
Bye,
guys. We'll see you
stream.
next